if you are ready to share something that will be forever together over the next hour with the world's most brilliant gem, you're in the right place at the right time. I'm Nikki Stanzione, and you are here at Made Shopping, where we are going to make sure that everything that you desire becomes a reality in the world of jewelry. Ooh, I love that idea. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Forever One moissanite, if you don't already know about it. And if you do, welcome back. I see why you returned. When I say the world's most brilliant gem, we are talking about the fire and the sparkle and the razzle-dazzle and the brilliance and the beauty of made, not mined, moissanite. And I'm really excited for all of you to be here today because we revolutionized moissanite at Charles Colvard, and this is where the bar has been set, and you are here to enjoy some of the most beautiful pieces. I would say that you could add to a collection because this is the flagship. This is the high echelon. This is as good as it gets. Let me show you a few things coming up this hour in advance so that you can get ready, write down your favorite items. First and foremost, you have one of the most glorious, luxurious tennis necklaces that you may ever lay your eyes on, and I'll tell you why. A few things. Number one, it's set in 14 karat yellow gold. Number two, you're also looking at approximately 20.5 carats of round, brilliant, beautiful moissanite stones. We're looking at colorless. We're looking at anywhere between, most of our items are anywhere between very slightly included, which would be a VS1 in clarity, all the way up to IF, which is internally flawless. This one kind of leans a little closer to the IF clarity. And of course, you are in weighted gold. So remember that. The investment is absolutely worth it, not just for the beauty, but because it's a smart thing to buy when you're looking at all the quality that's involved here, including the gold. I will give you that item number if you want to shop ahead, 794-842. 794-842. That is for the tennis necklace. And of course, remember, a tennis necklace is an eternity necklace. It goes all the way around. Next, I want to show you something else we have coming up. Oh, friends. Oh, my. This ring is so stunning. It has so much to offer, aside from the fact that you have 5 stones. Yes, there are 5 stones. Look at the fire. When I start the hour and say, get ready for the world's most brilliant gem, this is what I'm talking about. More refractive and more brilliant than a diamond. Look at this beauty at over 2¼ carats in these beautiful rounds. And by the way, you also have the white gold. This item number is 500336. That'll be coming up as well. And one last thing I want to give you a little preview on. And no, I did not get engaged in the last between hours, in the last few seconds. There was no engagement, there was no proposal, nothing like that. I haven't even met the guy yet, so that would be weird. But I do have the best engagement ring on my hand because that one is a beauty. And it is coming up later in the hour. 560504. So if you are in the market for an engagement ring, Valentine's season, it's the season of love, and love is in the air. Almost 3 carats on this beauty. Last but not least, let me remind you, for all the studs out there, there are studs for your ears too. Look at this opportunity in front of you. These are studs set in yellow gold. Look at the size, look at the cut, and look at that yellow gold. The item number on these stud earrings is 538102. All of them coming up this hour, so you'll want to stand by, or at very least, make sure you start checking out madeshopping.com to look for the items that I just reminded you about, or call our call center. They're ready and waiting right by my side. The number's 888-521-4367. Call them and say, I was made for shopping, and I was made for that ring or that necklace or that pair of earrings, and they will take care of you and make sure that you have it. All right, let's get started with the first item in today's show. This is going to be super fun. And again, anything you want to order, you can use the phone number or the website, and I'll even give you a QR code with each and every item individually so you can go right to that product if it's something that you love. All right, are we ready for it? Y'all ready for this? I feel like I need some sound effects or some music. All right, let's start it. Here's what I want to do. I want to give you a chance to have a step above a stud, if you will. When I say a step above a stud, what do I mean? Well, a stud earring is usually one solitaire stone, right? Beautiful, you just saw an example of that. But the one thing that a stud earring does not have is articulation, right? Which is that movement. You have to move on your own, right, to get any of that extra fire, right? But when you have articulation, literally, it's constantly going to have movement, even with the slightest movement from you. That's the beauty of this pair of stud, well, let's say stud times 2, because you're getting the double stud with the articulation. First and foremost, if you were just getting, and I always do this, but if you were just getting a pair of studs that look like that, they're gorgeous, right? At $934, it's under $1,000. You're getting over 2 carats total, right? And you have, 14 karat yellow gold. But you get this big, beautiful, massive, almost quarter carat in each one. Almost quarter carat in each round brilliant, taking us to a total of almost half a carat just in the articulated round alone. Now, up top, you have the round brilliant cut at about 8, actually that's about 8 points, right, I would say. And you have about 1.6, actually it's 80 points, okay. It's 80 points, so you have actually a carat 60 there. So total carat weight over 2 carats, and you are saving, wait a minute, what's happening here? Is this like a special deal? Did you guys see the savings? Was that a mistake? I know we're up to 25% off, but when I see a $1,500 price tag, I expected maybe $1,200, maybe $1,000, maybe $1,100. How in the world are we doing this for $584 off? Oh my goodness, you guys, this is even better than I realized. You must get in on this item. When do we ever do these kind of discounts? I mean, I know you do great sales. I know we do really great sales, but I'm sorry, almost $600 off a pair of studs like this? Look at the length on this, by the way. You're at almost a half an inch. And then look at the big posts, your butterfly posts, nice size so you won't lose them. And then from the side, you can see when I talk about that articulation, just the slightest movement is going to give you all that sparkle, which is really what it's all about. Remember something, moissanite is going to be more brilliant than a diamond. It's going to be more refractive. It is a double refractive stone, and what's excellent and exciting about this is you can see from the faceting that our proprietary cutting and faceting is going to bring you the optimized brilliance of the moissanite you are looking at. It is unique, it is on fire, and the dispersion is off the charts. Just a beautiful pair, and a great way to start your shopping exploration with us today, because this is a pair of earrings that if you are looking to gift for Valentine's Day, you can't go wrong. Now, everybody loves studs, everybody loves hoops, right? But if you're going to go for a pair of studs, why don't you set them apart from the rest? Don't just do your average. And listen, I love a classic stud, you should have one in your collection, but maybe you want something a little different. I mean, it is Valentine's season. This is the time of the year where we sometimes go a step above when we're shopping for jewels. And in this case, you cannot go wrong. Absolutely gorgeous earrings. I'll get one more, maybe we'll do one more close up. There we go, perfect. You can really see the beauty. You can really see the fire and the dispersion as the light hits each of those gorgeous 4 stones. Oh my gosh, do you see those colors emerging? That's what it's all about. That is one of the most striking optical properties of moissanite. It's the fire. That's what measures the gemstone's ability to break down the light into all of these gorgeous spectral colors. That's what happens. And with the double refractive nature of it, it's going to produce this beautiful combination of both patterns and sparkles. Get it now, 517-918. 517-918. That's the item number. It's that simple. So the shopping has begun. The fun has just gotten started. And now we go into a ring. Now I'm going to actually take the one off that I showed you at the top of the show because maybe you want a little more of a classic and subtle style solitaire. Take a deep breath. Oh my gosh. This is the I do piece. This is the she said yes. This is the she said yes piece, right? This is the one you picture when you open that box and you see inside and you gasp audibly and everybody says, "Oh, I'm so happy for them." I've just created a dramatization moment. I do watch too many episodes of The Bachelor. But I will tell you in all seriousness, this is almost 2 carats in one single solitaire stone. You're looking at near colorless. Actually, you're looking at colorless. This is Forever One. What am I saying? Think about this. On the scale of color, you would typically think A to Z, right? A would be the best, Z would be the least, right? No. In the scale of coloring white diamonds, we start, and this is all diamonds really, we start at D. So the closer to DEF, that puts you into the colorless zone. That is as good as it gets. That's the best of the best. That's like the 5-star rating, okay? So guess what happens? When you buy Forever One and a piece like this, you are in colorless. That means you have the optimal property that we look for in diamonds, in moissanite. This is the ultimate. And then you have this unbelievable clarity. The clarity is going to give you all of that clean fire, sparkle, brilliance, the dispersion that we love so much. And of course, look at the faceting. Look at the faceting. I'll tell you what, when I say that Charles Colvard does it best, this is why everybody else wants to imitate what they have done 30 years ago. Because the cutting, the process, first of all, is very important. But when you have a proprietary cutting and faceting process with a team of skilled lapidaries, what's going to happen is you are going to be able to display the optimal benefit of the stone. And that is why you are seeing these incredible patterns emerging. That is why you are seeing this incredible spectral color emergence coming from the stone itself. And look how perfectly, beautifully round. On that gorgeous, slim 14-karat gold shank, this is the ideal. But here's the thing that's also ideal. You're saving almost $500 today. Listen to this, almost $500 today. And here's the best part. You're paying $1,379.25 for a gorgeous engagement ring in gold, but this is where it gets really good. You don't have to tack on a shipping charge like you do with everything. Like you have to do with a delivery for a pizza, like you have to do with almost anything you order. With a gold and moissanite engagement ring, we will ship it for free because everything in this show has free shipping and free returns. How good is that? So just keep that in mind as you shop, and remember to you see that little code right there? You just scan it. Take your phone, open it up, go to the camera, click on that camera, you'll see a little pop-up, click on it, and it'll take you directly to this ring. So if you are proposing over Valentine's Day, or maybe you want an upgrade, or maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't need to wear this as an engagement ring, I'm not engaged, I just love this ring. That's fine too. No rules, no boundaries with jewelry. Just keep it sassy and keep it classy. Look at this on this finger too, if you don't mind. I just want you to see, because it's such a gorgeous way to display it, right? You don't have to always wear it the same way. It doesn't have to be an engagement ring just because it's called an engagement ring, right? It could be worn as anything. But my goodness, if you can get an engagement ring for under $1,400 of this quality, absolutely call us, 888-521-4367. And our item number here is 608-965. 608-965. You'll be like, oh, hello, everybody. How are, oh, what are you looking at my hand? Oh, yeah. I know, it's fabulous. Get it home now. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And the show continues on with another incredibly fabulous item. Happens to be one that I am wearing in a different style, because there's a couple styles here today of hoops. I will say this. I find that the oval hoops are very flattering to a rounder face. Now, I have a rounder face. I'm wearing the rounder hoops, but I will tell you, typically my suggestion, style-wise, would be if you have a rounder face and you want it to elongate and look a little bit thinner, excuse me, go with the ovals. That's the way to do it. Check these out. Let me also do a measurement here. Yeah. Look at the measurement. You're at 1 inch. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to say just slightly over an inch, right? Just slightly over an inch. And inside, outside. There are, oh, can we scroll that? There are gorgeous round brilliants in this piece, taking us to 22 stones in each ear. That means you are getting over a carat in each ear. Look at the, okay, now we've got an upgrade. We've got an upgrade. Even though you're at under $1,000, we have downgraded the price, we have upgraded the item. You have a pressure insertion clasp. And it's very simple. Just press. That's, you like press and release. See, do you see how it kind of like a little lever that just kind of moves? You see that? So you just click. Oops, sorry. Just click on it. Now it's locked, right? Press on it and open. That's it. So they say really, really safe in the ear. I'm actually going to put one on just so you can see the difference between wearing rounds and wearing ovals, okay? So I'm just going to do this while I'm talking to you. Here's what makes this fun. What makes this fun is that hoops are always going to be on trend. You know they're my favorite thing. I call myself a self-proclaimed hoopologist, right? But now these are a little bit smaller than the ones I'm wearing, but you can see the difference in the style. See how these are rounder, right? These are a rounder look, and then these are going to be a longer look. So they're going to be an oval, so they kind of bring, do you see how they kind of like bring in? I know this is a weird thing to say, but I'm telling you, I notice these things. These are very important things to a girl with a round face. I notice that there's more of like a cheekbone cut when you have a longer shaped earring. When you have a rounder shape, it makes your face fuller. So if you have an oval face and you have a more of a longer face and you wish it looked a little fuller, you go with a rounder hoop. If you want to really kind of cut into the cheekbone and look like your face is a little thinner, you go with an oval. I'm telling you, these are little tricks of the trade. Don't tell anyone. It's between us, okay? Keep that between us. That's our little secret trick. Meanwhile, 1 inch on the drop, still very profound. Also, something else to note. Do you see the sparkle? The thing about inside-outside is that when you have an inside-outside adorned hoop, right, or any earring for that matter, what's going to happen is you'll notice that every time you move, there's sparkle. It's not just when you see somebody right directly from the front from one certain angle. It's at every single angle, and you can see why. Look what happens as I move it. Do you see what I'm talking about? So actually, I'm gonna move into the shot this way so you can see it all in the red. Look how gorgeous that is. And you really see, it's funny because when you wear red, you'll see more of the reds emerging. When you're wearing blues, you'll see more blues. I mean, the thing that makes this so exciting is that when I talk about being the world's most brilliant gemstone, you can really see why. Because listen, take a diamond earring, take a diamond hoop for that matter, right? And put it right next to this piece. And I'm telling you right now, you will see more colors emerging. You will see more sparkle. You will see more of that fire. That is what I would love for you to do that actually. Get them home, do it. I mean, why not? Why not test and understand from the perspective of experience why I'm so adamant about bringing this gemstone home and why so many people have chosen moissanite as their diamond alternative, because you're not making a sacrifice or a compromise to go to moissanite from diamonds. What you're doing is you're being more ethical. You're getting something that is actually in a controlled environment, right? When it's created versus being mined. And you're also getting something that's already that top quality, the colorless, the best clarity. You're getting all of the cutting process that's giving you that fire. You're getting the double refractive index. So all of those things take it to the next level. So the price, in all honesty, at $1,300 was a deal. I'm just being totally straight up with you. It was a deal at over $1,300. But you're getting it for $989. $989.25. You're saving $329.75, and it's in 14 karat white gold. Can't go wrong. This is solid gold. Solid gold. I can't help myself. Solid gold. So I don't know if you guys watched Solid Gold. When I was a little girl, the solid gold is what made me want to be a dancer. And I used to go to dancing school, and I lived my whole younger life as a dancer. So it's because of Solid Gold, because that TV show It would have all the top hits of the week, if you didn't already know this. It would have all the top hit songs of the week, and then the solid gold dancers would come on during the countdown. So they'd say, number 10 is Feel For You by Shaka Khan, or whatever. And then the solid gold dancers would come out and do a whole dance. Number 9, and then a new set of solid gold dancers would come out with, and they were dramatic. I mean, not that I would know anything about being dramatic, but if I did know anything about being dramatic, I would have loved to be a solid gold dancer. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to let's go back to the task at hand. Your hoops, item number 499034. I would jump through hoops for these. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we are moving on because we have a lot to get to in this hour. I will say that a lot of you, I can see our phone lines, and I get little updates from the control room when people are excited about something. So we had an update that after we showed the 5-stone ring, that there were a lot of people interested. So I'd love to bring that one in because I know a lot of you were calling about that one after we showed it in the preview teaser. So I'm going to put my other hoop back on right now because there's another pair coming up later. But I want to give you a chance to own this 5-stone ring because, oh, friends, it is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. The stones graduate right up to the center, all 5 of them, and look at that fire. Fire. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk about it. First of all, this is a $2,000 ring from us. That's our pricing. This is a $2,000 piece, shy a dollar, okay? We're saving you about $500 today. That's insane. You want to talk about an unbelievable savings? Here you go. Your center stone, the center stone alone by itself is 1 carat. If we gave you a 1 carat round brilliant solitaire set in 14 karat white gold, colorless, with the best clarity, we're talking internally flawless, that price of $14.99 would be the steal of the day. But you're not just getting the 1 carat. In fact, you're also getting 2 half carats on the shoulder of the center stone. Now we are looking at a total of 2 carats in this ring. But wait, there's more. Guess what? There's also 2 16-pointers. So now we tack on another 32 points. Your ring is 2 carat 32. That is diamond equivalent weight. I double dog dare you to go and find yourself a 2 carat 32 colorless diamond in internally flawless clarity, with the fire, with the dispersion, with the beauty and the brilliance, set in 14 karat white gold, and get it home for $14.99. Good luck, good luck. If that happens, let me know. I will give you I will give you a shout out on live national television, and we will talk about how brilliant you are for finding a deal like that. But by the way, if you do find a deal like that, you better look at it in person and make sure it looks like this. Because if it doesn't look like this, they're fooling you. And don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm just Nikki from the block. And I am telling you right now, I'm not Nikki from the block. It was a song reference about J-Lo. But I really want you guys to have this ring. Look at this. Look at this ring. Are you guys in love with this piece of beauty? Oh, take a deep breath on this one. Let's talk about the hardness now of moissanite. This is important because we haven't really discussed it as much when I show you things like earrings or necklaces. But when we talk about rings, I think rings and bracelets is where this really comes into play as an important factor. The reason it's so important is because if you're hard on your jewelry, or you're rough on your jewelry, or you're busy a lot, you're banging into things, you're klutzy, what have you, you want to make sure you have a very hard gemstone on your hand because you do not want to scratch it. The hardness scale goes up to a 10. The hardest stone in the world at a 10, which doesn't get any harder than that, doesn't get any better than that, is a diamond, right? That's why people spend so much money. The next hardest gemstones are typically going to be your corundum. I've talked about this before. It's your sapphires, your rubies, right? They're a 9. Your moissanite, your Forever One moissanite, is anywhere between a 9.25 and a 9.5. on the Mohs scale of hardness. So that gives you an indication that you are wearing something that you can be secure and confident in, knowing it's going to last for the long haul and it's going to be there for the wherewithal of the day-to-day wear and tear of life. That in itself is exciting. But in addition to that, remember you are set in gold. First of all, look at the thickness of that band. Look at the quality of that polish on that 14 karat gold. And keep in mind, this can be an engagement ring. An engagement ring does not have to be a solitaire, friends. It can be whatever you want it to be. Listen, you can create your own designs, your own thoughts. And the nice part about Made Shopping is that when you call 888-521-4367 and talk to our call center, you can tell them if you have a preference of metal. You can tell them, I loved that ring, but do you have it in a solitaire? I loved that piece, but do you have it in a trilogy ring? So you can always ask, right? The answer is always no if you don't ask. The item number on this, 500-336, almost a $500 savings with free shipping. And I'm going to tell you throughout this hour, there are opportunities for you to also pay in installments. So as we get into the next item, I'll talk to you about that, but I just want to make sure if you are in the market for an engagement ring or just for a beautiful 5-stone piece, and again, symbolism always can come into play with a 5-stone ring as well, get this one home. I mean, can you go wrong with something that looks like this? The answer is absolutely not. And by the way, I'm actually going to do this really quickly. We have this bracelet coming up, and I just wanted you to see for a second. I'm going to kind of just roll it down so you can really take a look. Look how beautiful that looks together. So just keep in mind, there's ways to showcase your pieces with companions. And later in the show, not far from now, we're going to be showcasing some really great bracelets, and I'd love for you to get in on this one. All right, one more time on this one. It's 500-336. Make it yours, $14.99, $500 savings today. By the way, these savings are good right now. I have zero idea what day the saving ends. It could end after the hour. It could end after the show. It could end next week. It could end in a couple weeks. I don't know, but I know that it's not staying like this for long. I do know that because this is a special deal. So when you see special deals like this, please don't wait. And speaking of deals, we got a dazzler. This is the one and only dazzling deal. Like there should be like fireworks, people running around on set, jazz hands, sprinkle, confetti. I mean, all kinds of stuff should be going on during a dazzle deal. But you can create the excitement for yourself. You can do so many fun things. This is your Forever One moissanite from our Oro collection. It is a double rope circle. First of all, rope chains are, you know, it's one of the hottest looks. It's one of the most trendy types of looks, the rope. Okay, but in this case, you have the double rope in the circle. And then actually, the chain is included. So not only do you have that double rope, but you're getting the chain. But here's why it's off the chain as a dazzling deal. And it's not really off the chain, it's on the chain, but you know what I'm saying. That is moissanite. That, my friends, is a beautiful, round, brilliant, gorgeous, fiery moissanite in a station style on the necklace in bezel setting. Now, all of the things you're seeing in front of you, the bezel set stone, the station design, the beautiful links, the gorgeous cable, also that amazing rope in a double circle. By the way, a double circle, there's a lot of meaning to that. Look it up because you have, it's like a infinity within infinity. So it's like endless. It means like if you want to give this to somebody you love, it's like saying our love is literally limitless and it's infinite. And that's kind of a fun symbolism, isn't it? I also love the way that it moves. You have on this a lobster claw clasp. And you also have a nice length on this. It shows up. Thank you so much. You have, let me do this, hold on. Look at that. Look at this. Bail to bottom alone, you're at an inch. So when you have a chain that is, I believe this one is, I don't know if it says if you go, here I can check it down here, but I think it's 18 inches. I just want to be 100% sure before I tell you. I do, oh, it doesn't say. I think it is 18 inches, but the cable chain itself is going to be about 18 inches, and then you have an inch from bail to bottom on the actual circle. So really, you're at about you're almost closer to 20 inches on this piece. And then of course that gorgeous round brilliant, which is about 10 points. So it's about 10 points, but it still has the sparkle. I love the fact that it's off center, gives it kind of an asymmetrical look, which is really fun. And it's going to look really pretty on everybody that wears it. I can't say enough about the articulation once again, because that movement, and by the way, both of them move. They both move. So you have movement. It's going to have such a fun flair, and it's definitely a talking piece. I would say this is one of the more, I would say this is probably one of the most conversational pieces. You know, certain pieces are, we call them conversation pieces because they strike up conversation. You wear them, people stop you. Oh, I love that necklace. Where'd you get that? And then you start a conversation about it. And everything about it can have meaning as well, which I think always makes jewelry more fun because it's an emotional purchase always. Your price today on a dazzling deal, I didn't say it out loud, but you saw it, you see it, you can scan it, go right to that product, $473.85. Why would you not want to save almost $200 on a piece like this? Oh, I'm sorry. Have I mentioned it's gold? Have I mentioned it's 14 karat gold? Oh, in case I haven't, I just did. It's 14 karat yellow gold. Yes, yes. So, here's what I want you to do. Go into a nice jeweler, go into a good jewelry store, and find yourself a beautiful cable link chain. And I want you to find that chain, 18 inches at least, okay? And I want you to tell me in 14 karat gold, with everything going on with gold right now, will you find a 14 karat gold necklace for under $500? Probably not. But now let's add 10 points of the best moissanite in the world. We're talking F or better in color. That's colorless, guys. We're talking about this beautiful flush setting. We're talking about this beautiful bezel in a station design. We're talking about a trendy look. I have seen costume, this is a true story. I have seen costume jewelry made by designers in styles like this for thousands of dollars. Get this, you ready when I say costume? In gold-plated jewelry. Gold-plated, as in like it's like a mystery metal and it's maybe plated in gold. Or maybe steel. Or maybe silver. But never have I ever, are we playing Never Have I Ever on TV? No. But I'll say, never have I ever seen a 14 karat gold cable link chain with 10 points of the best colorless moissanite and a gorgeous, gorgeous rope design in a double circle in a setting like such, in 14 karat gold, may I emphasize one more time, for under $500, for under $475 for that matter, and with free shipping. You're so fortunate to be here today. 614-188, 614-188. This is your last look. Make it yours. This is the dazzling deal, and it is the only dazzling deal in this hour. The price of gold is $2,018 an ounce as I speak. It can change at any minute, at any time, but as of this moment, that is what it is. So get this one home and enjoy it. I think you'll be so happy. All right, now, a lot of people were asking about the bracelets. I want to actually, you know what, guys, let me do this bracelet if I can, okay? Because I have another bracelet. I have the tennis bracelet that I'm wearing, but this is very similar. This is that flex bangle. So I wanted to give you a chance to have this one because it's really, in my opinion, it's one of the hottest trends going right now when we're talking about a flex bangle. A lot of people love bangle bracelets, and the reason they don't buy them is because of the hard edges and because it hurts them to put it on. Have you ever had that happen when you kind of try to put it on like right in this bone? It's like that bone right there. You try to put a bangle on, you're like, oh my gosh, that was like, I just literally, I hurt myself. Why did I do that to myself, right? The flex bangle is just that. It's got the flex. You see when I do that? It's got that flex movement, but it still has the bangle bracelet look. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment and just enjoy the beauty of it, because in this piece, you have, ready for it, 53 10-point round brilliants. Yes, is that incredible? And you are looking at a bracelet with an inline clasp, okay? So the bracelet the clasp doesn't really interrupt the design. It's a clasp that you can use. Now, if you have a tiny wrist, you can actually just kind of slide it on your hand, which is something I like to do. I'm not gonna do it now, but that's something I like to do. But you can also, of course, use this inline clasp, and you can just kind of press down on it. You can see that little pressure. It's just kind of like what we did with the earrings, okay? Now, here's something else I wanna show you. I want to just move it around so you can really see the fire. You see that fire? You see that brilliance? That is why it's worth almost $3,000 today. But instead of charging you what we are supposed to charge, because this is a special show, because it is the Valentine's season of love, we are taking a discount of $672.25 off. That means you can go buy your dazzling deal right now with the money you're saving and still have over $200 left over. Can you imagine how great that is? You have free shipping, free returns, and you have 14 karat white gold in over 5¼ carats. Take a look at this on the wheel. Oh my gosh. Look at this beauty. Yeah, oh my goodness. There it is, thank you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Is this just one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen? I love a traditional, classic tennis bracelet like the one I'm wearing, but the thing I love about this one that's so nice is the undergallery of it. Because unlike a tennis bracelet, where sometimes, because it's usually prong set and you have a little bit of a, sometimes it kind of, I don't even know how I would explain it. It almost like sits on the hand in a way that makes, that kind of indents into your hand. Whereas this one has a very smooth undergallery. Look at this. There you go, thank you. Look at that, look at that. The polish, the polish, the shine, the beauty, it's just everything. And I can't believe it's $672 off today. Yes, 794-716. That is the item number. We are going to give you a chance to pay in installments. You're saying, Nick, I love it, but come on, I can't buy everything all at once. Okay, then do installments. I don't ever want you to feel uncomfortable or pressured or do anything that's gonna hurt your budget. I want you to do what's comfortable for you. But if you love these pieces or you're gifting these pieces, do Shop Pay. You can pay now or later. When you're checking out, just say, I want to do Shop Pay in installments. And that'll allow you to budget yourself while still purchasing the things that you love so much. We have so many loyal customers. There, you know, when I came out here, our studios are in North Carolina, and of course, you know, many of you might know I live in New Jersey, and I'm in New York a lot, and you know, I go into jewelry stores, and a lot of people love Charles and Colvard, particularly the Forever One moissanite. And they know that you cannot find the kind of pieces in the city or in most jewelry stores or even at most shopping networks of this caliber and quality and then get these discounts. This is a company that has been in business for 30 years, revolutionizing moissanite and being able to have it made, not mined, and be able to do it ethically, and also have proprietary cutting and faceting so that every single stone is at its best color, meaning colorless, and at its best clarity as well. All that being said, the designs are exceptional as well. The styles are always on trend and classic, lasting forever, and we try to make these prices as really as affordable as we possibly can in this industry, and that is why we are giving you over a $670 discount today. Last look on this one, item number 794716. Okay, now I would love to be able to show you oh, actually, you know what? Should we? You guys, do you want to go to the necklace or do you want to go to the engagement ring I showed earlier in the show? Let's go to that. Okay, my friends, this is the ultimate. This is the show-off piece. This is the handbrag. Forget handbags, we're going handbrags today. This one is the one to own. I will tell you now, item number 560504, look at your center stone first. Your center stone is colorless, number one. It is 2 carat 20. You are almost 2 1/4 carats. So when you say, oh, I wish I could get an engagement ring that was over 2 carats, done, finished, done. But wait, as good as that is, now let's do something special down the shoulders of this beautiful piece and adorn 4 rows of beauty. Oh my goodness. With an additional 25 4 stones, still colorless. We're talking DEF in color. We're looking at anywhere between VS1 and IF in clarity, so you can either have very slightly included or you can be all the way up to internally flawless, and we're just in the middle of that scale. And you are set in 14 karat white gold. I'm going to put this on the wheel and then we'll talk a little bit more about this style and this price. You're at $2,234 today, and that means you are saving $744 and change. You know, I said it. I sure did. I sure did say that. You're saving over $740. I mean, go into a jeweler and say to them, I love that engagement ring. I just don't want to spend more than $3,000 on a ring, and I really want over 2 carats. In fact, I'd like to get close to 3 in white gold, colorless, best clarity, double refractive stone. Can I do that? And by the way, can I get a $744 discount? They'll look at you like you're nuts. Like, okay, all right, who's this one off the street? Who's this nut? Right? So no, we don't want to go there. We want to make sure that you get your shopping done in a place where you can rely on good quality, the best quality. Forever One is the flagship brand. Forever One is literally the best of the best of the best, right? Charles and Colvard, the best of moissanite, made not mined, right? Great. But now we have classic. We love our classic. We can go a step up and go into our Forever Bright, which is a great midway point for the looks that you love. But if you want the VIP section, you go to Forever One. That is the VIP section. And today you are getting this piece home with an almost $800 discount. You're at $744.75. Now, I would do Shop Pay on this. I would absolutely do Shop Pay on this because that's a chance for you to be able to get it home in installments, which is definitely the way to go when you're shopping for a lot of fabulous pieces. And it is a weighted piece, by the way, weighted. And we're looking at 14 karat gold when the price of gold is $2,018 an ounce today. This should not be priced at this price. You know that because just the gold alone should cost you thousands. But look at that piece. I mean, that is what it's all about. And by the way, let me just show you the undergallery, because if it is an engagement ring, you're going to be wearing it every day of your life. Look at that. Look how smooth, completely fully finished. Incredible. All right, my friends, this is your last look on this one. Go and scan that code. You can go right to the item, or you can, of course, call our friends at 888-521-4367. The item number, 560-504. What do you say we bring in the tennis necklace? What do you think? Because I know we kind of teased it, but ooh, let's do that. And then we'll do these studs that you've been waiting for. This is the ultimate in a necklace. Okay, now I have a necklace on. I'll give you the item number. We'll talk about that too. If you were looking for something that's simple and everyday, fantastic. But if you are ready to take your jewelry wearing to the next level, if you are waiting for that piece that is the true show stopper, the bragging piece that everybody will remember you by, this is it. And this is one of those pieces, I will tell you, you just don't typically find. It's not something that you're going to easily find, because to find an eternity necklace is very difficult when we're looking at the quality of stones that we have here, particularly when we're talking about gold. Because the gold, and I don't know if we have the gram weight on this, but I will tell you now, this is heavily weighted. Yeah, it is heavily, heavily weighted. We are looking just in carat weight. Forget the gram weight of the metal. In carat weight alone, we're at about 20.5 carats, diamond equivalent weight. You have in this necklace 23 points in each of these 89 stones that do indeed go all the way to the clasp. Your insertion clasp with the safety is going to keep it in place, locked in and secure, but you have stones all the way to the clasp, including on the clasp. So there is no spot on this necklace left uncovered. And look at the, oh gosh, look at the sparkle. Look at the sparkle. Oh, my friends, this is amazing. Do you know the original retail price on this is closer to $10,000, as it should be? But today, nope, we're closer to $7,000. We are saving you $2,359 and change. That is your savings. And because these are such big stones, and because there's so much weight to the necklace and the metal itself, because of that, it's not a flipper. You know what I mean by that? You know how sometimes when you wear an eternity necklace, it flips a lot? Because it is so weighted, it will lay flat and beautiful across the décolletage. Look at that beauty. That is what you call a thing of beauty. Now, ShopPay comes into play right here. This is when ShopPay is the best option. You call right now, 888-521-4367, or go to madeshopping.com. When you go to checkout, choose to do ShopPay, and this will be yours in installments. You don't have to pay all at once. The item number is 794-842. 794-842. And I just want to do one thing really quickly also. I want you to just sort of see the back of this, because I think this is also important. When you wear a necklace, it's against your décolletage, right? So you don't want it to, and especially if you wear it on top of clothing, you don't want it to be against a surface that's not finished, because then it will scratch or catch on your clothing, scratch your skin, catch your clothing. When it's smooth finished like this on the actual under gallery of it, you will have something that will not scratch or catch. And then, of course, because of the weight, do you see how it doesn't even sort of try to flip? It will not flip because of the weight of all that metal and the over 20 carats of the stones alone. Just stunning, friends. Make this one yours, 794-842. And while you're wearing this extraordinary necklace, it is indeed extraordinary, while you are wearing this extraordinary necklace and bragging and feeling like, oh my gosh, I hit the jackpot with this one, then guess what else? You're going to want to have the perfect earrings. Now, we showed you the studs earlier in the show with the articulation. I showed you the oval hoops, and of course the hoops that I'm wearing. Just so you guys know, the hoops that I'm wearing, I will tell you the item number. We're not going to do a full presentation, but the item number is 499033. 499033, and that is almost 4 carats in the round hoops, okay, just so you know. But I want to bring in the pair of studs that we started the whole show with, because these are the studs that literally set the phones on fire. And speaking of fire, there you go. I don't even need to say a word. There it is. That is what fire in a stone should look like. And that is why Forever One is always the forever choice and the #1 choice in moissanite. Look at the size of these studs. This is what we call a radiant cut. So the radiant cut is more like of a rectangular shape, and it has the most incredible cutting process. So you can see the faceting. You can really see it almost looks like it goes on a curve on the inside, right? Because you can see this is very intricate faceting process to be able to achieve what you see in a radiant cut, allowing you to see a spectrum of colors, allowing you to see so much sparkle and even some beautiful patterns within the stone itself. Each one in each ear is going to be 2 carat 70. So you're at almost 5.5 carats in studs. How many of us can say we own 5.5 carat stud earrings? Really? Colorless, by the way. These are actually near colorless. And you know what? What I love about it is that you have so much fire and so much dispersion, and you have such an incredible, incredible brilliance to these earrings that all you're looking at is the sparkle when you see them. All you're looking at are those emerging colors, and the size is so profound. And of course, set in 14 karat yellow gold. $2,639, they deserve that price tag. Your original price is over $3,500. We are saving you almost $900 today. Think about that. We are saving almost $900. And that means this is the time to scan the item, shop for it, call in 888-521-4367. You can even find out if you want to have them in white gold. Even find out if that's an option. They'll do that for you. These are special. These are special. Now, I always recognize a considered purchase. I never want you to feel like, oh, she's devaluing when she says it's not expensive. I'm not, listen, you are dealing with high quality, top notch, top grade, premium, superior quality moissanite in the most important commodity of our time right now, which is called gold. When you have all things considered, thousands of dollars is very realistic. Now, in some places, you can look at spending $5,000, $10,000. If there is a celebrity attached to an endorsement, if there is a luxury designer name attached to the brand, you are always going to pay more for the name and for the branding. But when you have quality that's been going for 30 years, that set the bar in the industry, that is made and not mined so that it is made to perfection, giving you the superior quality in every single aspect and in every single avenue of these pieces, that price is phenomenal. So you have to really weigh it out and recognize all things considered. When you see these price tags, recognize what the value is and why it's a worthy and smart investment, in addition to being something you'll love, you'll wear, and you'll probably even pass down to another generation. $2,639, that's $879 off. The item number is 538102, and one more reminder that we will be shipping it for free. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Look at that. You know what? I have one other pair of studs I want to show you real quickly before we wrap up the hour, and then I'll give you the item number as well for my necklace. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were still, I thought we were on one. I wanted to give you guys a chance to get these earrings too, because these studs are round, and I know a lot of you want the classic round stud, which I totally get. The ones I just showed you, they were big, they were bad, they were bold, and they were amazing. But sometimes you just want something a little more classic, and maybe you want to spend a little less. I totally get it. We'll still give you almost $550 off. We'll still do that for you. But guess what? Now you can have the round brilliance. This is your chance to have the round brilliance. But I will tell you now, they're almost 2 carats in each ear. Almost 2 carats in each ear. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, not too shabby. Saving almost $550, $1,649.25, and of course, 14 karat white gold. I mean, listen, when you can get studs of this caliber, of this quality, and you can get them at almost 4 carats, that's almost 2 carats in each ear, it's a win-win. It's just a win-win. Speaking of wins, how about that tennis bracelet? Remember I told you we also have the you saw the bangle, right? We love the bangle. It's gorgeous, the flex bangle. But tennis bracelets are beautiful too. And I actually need my right hand for 1 second, guys, because I need to grab the one in yellow as well. I want to show you that we also have it in the yellow. Because some people say, I love those tennis bracelets, but sometimes even if I know I might want it in another metal, I need to kind of see it. So I'll give you both item numbers so you have them. The one I've been wearing the entire show is in the white gold. This is 14 karat white gold. The item number is 541813, and then the item number for the gold is going to be 602841. And I want you to just see the flexibility, the fluidity on this. It has that fluid movement, which is so important. And each one, in both the white and the yellow gold, will have 45 16-pointers, taking us to over 7 carats. Over 7 carats. Now that's in your gold, yellow gold. I do want to tell you a little secret. In the white gold, just a little secret, it's a little bit bigger. It's over 9 carats. So if you want almost 10 carats in white gold, we will save you almost $1,400 today, and you can take this home for just over $4,000. If you want this in the yellow gold, we will let you take this one home at just over 7 carats. But look how beautifully it sits on the hand. And by the way, look how pretty it looks with the ring too. It frames the ring so beautifully. You have a complete suite if you decide you want to go with a beautiful tennis bracelet, a gorgeous ring, and a pair of studs. Now, I will also tell you while we're talking, because I only have about 2 minutes left, I do want to tell you that my necklace that I'm wearing, a lot of you were asking about it. I'm going to hold it up for a second with the bracelet too. I'll let you know that the item number is 543915. 543915. So if you love this whole look and you really want to have this necklace, the chain is included. And you are looking at 1 carat 68 in total. Beautiful center stone, 1 full carat in that round brilliant. And then you actually have another half a carat on the bail. And then you have that beautiful design surrounding it at about, I would say there's about 22 stones there, taking us to about almost 18 points. Beautiful design, beautiful style, and beautiful price. We're taking almost $355 off, and you are looking at a price tag of just over $1,000. Get them all. Whatever you feel comfortable with, do the shop pay, allow yourself to pay in installments, but there's a little something for everyone. I know I went a little fast at the end, but I really want to make sure you saw all the things that you loved in the show, had a chance to get the rings, the studs, the hoops, the necklace, the tennis necklace, the chains, and the bracelets. I hope you got everything that you loved in this hour. This is Forever One Moissanite, and I think you will be forever pleased. If you want to let me know what you think, you can also find me on Instagram at NikStanz, Nikstanz, and of course go to madeshopping.com and find us on Instagram and on Facebook. It has been my pleasure and my privilege to share all the sparkle, all the brilliance, and all the beauty. I hope you love your jewelry and wear it in good health. I will see you next time. There's more to come.
And now, the story of the world's most brilliant gem. Naturally occurring silicon carbide. That's what we call moissanite. And believe it or not, we didn't know it existed until 1893, when this man was studying this crater and discovered these crystals. This was a remarkable, extremely rare mineral. And Henry Moissan thought, what if I can recreate these crystals in a lab? He certainly tried, along with a lot of other scientists. But it would be a full century later before researchers here developed and patented a process for creating silicon carbide. And this wasn't just a long sought-out breakthrough for gemstones. It also made possible significant advancements in semiconductors, LED lighting, extremely hard drilling tools, and a lot of other stuff. So why is lab-grown moissanite such a big deal? Well, let's start with its brilliance. Moissanite's chemical structure allows it to slow down, bend, and redirect light better than any other gemstones. On the refractive index, it measures a whopping 2.691. And then there's its toughness and durability. On the Mohs scale, it ranks second only to diamond in hardness and scratch resistance, meaning not only is it a tough gemstone, but one that can stand up to daily wear. And then there's the fire. Fire or dispersion marks a gemstone's ability to split light as it passes through the stone, making a rainbow-like effect. And in this department, moissanite outranks them all. Finally, moissanite requires no mining to reproduce. The crystals are grown in a controlled environment. Their origins are traceable and eco-friendly. They are gemstones that meet the highest environmental standards. And those are the basics of moissanite. Take an even closer look sometime. After all, it's the world's most brilliant gem.
Hi, everybody. I hope you are ready to brighten up your day, because in this hour, it is all about not just being bright for now, but being bright forever, because it is the forever bright hour. And it is going to be an hour of absolutely scintillating, brilliant, sparkling beauties from the most extraordinary of all moissanite collections. And you know, around the world, not just the nation, but around the world, everyone's talking about moissanite. So many of us want to be able to have the glitz and the glamour and the razzle-dazzle effect, and we want to be able to have premium, superior quality pieces of jewelry that will last a lifetime. And that is exactly what we have thanks to this incredible line of jewelry. I cannot wait to share it with you here on Made Shopping. And if you want really pieces that are made for you, you're in the right place, because everything here at Made Shopping is all about being made for you. And isn't it fun when it's made, not mined, right? It's a fun opportunity to have some of the greatest pieces in the world that are all made for us in a controlled environment so that we can get the best possible quality. That being said, we're going to make it a quality experience, a very convenient experience, and it's going to be easy for you to get the pieces you want, because number one, we are up to 25% off in this whole show. Everything you see, I know, everything. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is we will have only free shipping. Sorry, there are no exceptions. No, sorry, no exceptions. There's no exceptions to the rule. You all have to get free shipping. Everybody. Every single item is going to have free shipping, like it or not. Also, free returns. Also, you're going to be able to shop with us, and you're going to have options to be able to do your payments in installations, meaning if you don't, installments, if you don't want to have to pay all at once, you don't have to. We'll give you that option. And last but not least, you have different ways to shop. You can go to madeshopping.com. You can call us at 888-521-4367. Let me say that again, 888-521-4367. Or you can also scan the QR code that will be next to every single piece that we show you today, so you can go right to the item. Speaking of right to the item, I'm going to kick off the show by giving you a little preview of a few pieces, and then we will go right to one of my favorites. Let's start with this stunning necklace. Now, this piece of beauty is a signature piece. When I say signature, meaning you can wear this every day, and it's the piece that people remember you by. Isn't this stunning? Almost 1.5 carats of this beautiful, forever bright moissanite necklace. We're looking at near colorless diamonds. Look at the beautiful design on this piece. And yes, the chain is included, and it is set in 14 karat white gold. Incredible. That's coming up a little later. The item number is 615052. Also, this is one of the few incredible stud options in the show. The others are going to be Chris, Rich, Matt, Klein, just kidding. They are not the other stud options. They are not for sale. They are the guys on the set are not for sale. I am sorry, ladies. I am so sorry. This is one of many options in the stud earrings, however. And these stud earrings, in all seriousness, are just beyond anything in your wildest dreams. And I'll tell you why. They are massive. They are, if I'm not mistaken, about almost 6.5 carats. I think these are almost 6.5 carats. You're looking at item 620498. Look at the size of these round, brilliant beauties. Set in white gold, absolutely incredible with those near colorless moissanites. Let me just tell you, that diamond equivalent weight of over 6.5, I think it's like 6.25 if I'm not mistaken. Unbelievable. They are coming up. Just a little, just to slide this in for you, just to let you know, we also have, if you want just a little step down in the sizing, you also will have this gorgeous pair in the yellow gold. And my goodness, they're just beyond. Okay. But we also have some phenomenal rings in this show. You'll see some on my hand throughout the show. And we also have one that I thought was a stack of 3. I said, oh, I love those rings. I like that way you stacked them. I said that to Chris when he was showing me all the jewelry in the show. I said, I love the way you stacked them. He said, Nick, I didn't stack them. That's the ring. That's the whole ring. So you're going to basically be getting 3 for the price of 1. In fact, I love it so much, let's do it right now. Let's go right to it. I want everybody who's watching to get ready for an incredible shopping experience. And I want to share with you why you are getting something so special. Because you are getting the most incredible brands when you shop with Charles & Colvard. Forever Bright is a step up from our classic moissanite brand. And listen, when you think about the revolutionizers, if you will, when you think about the ones who created the foundation for how moissanite should be made, this is the place to go. You are getting such incredible looks. If you are looking for the bigger stones on the smaller budgets, this is what you can have, because I will tell you now, if you were to get diamonds that were near colorless, and you were to get this beautiful, clean, white, bright diamond look in actual mined diamonds, set in 14-karat yellow gold with these beautiful designs, I can promise you you're not paying $546.75, but you are here today with Forever Bright. I'm brightening up your day by saving you almost $200. Save $182.25 on this piece and get this one home. It is almost 1 full carats in diamond equivalent weight of these beautiful round brilliant cuts. Now I do want you to recognize that it's a little bit of, it's not quite symmetrical, right? Not quite, because you're going to have just a little bit of an offsetting, which gives it a little bit more of that sparkle. It gives it a really special, unique look, and it really allows you to let each one of these stones kind of shine bright in their own moment, right? They're set in a way that gives them all a little bit of a spotlight, if you will. You have a total of 6 points, I believe, in most of, let's see, in 11. In the other 10, you're going to be looking at about 25 points. So you have a look that is going to really astound people, but in a very classy and subtle way. What I think about this kind of ring is what I think is perfect for the ones who do love to layer and stack their pieces. If you say to yourself, you know, I love to wear a lot of rings. I like to have that look. I like to have that layered look, but I don't want one big clunky ring, right? I get it. I mean, some people like to have the negative space. They like the open work. They like it to look like more than one piece in one piece, if you will. And here you are. Here you go. And then that yellow gold is just stunning. That's 623050. I hope that you guys are watching and saying to yourself, now I understand what it's all about. Now I get it, why people love moissanite and why people aren't spending as much on diamonds anymore. Because to get the quality of diamonds that you're getting in the quality of moissanite here, you'd be paying unaffordable prices. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's not even an opinion. That's really just the facts. For most of us, it's not affordable to have diamonds of that caliber. And when you perfect the art of creating moissanite, as Charles and Colvard have, and you can offer a collection that's even a step above the classic collection, then you know you're getting something special, and boy, oh boy, will it brighten up your day. This is only $546.75. I say only because when you think about the fact that you're saving almost $200 and you're getting something in gold, when gold is $2,018 an ounce, every investment in gold is a smart decision. It's not just a good decision, it's a wise choice. That being said, I'm going to give you another opportunity to make a wise choice, and I'm going to give you another ring that I really think you're going to fall in love with. Because when we talk about classic looks, and I mean, you know, every piece can be what you want it to be. You can make it what you want. You want to make it feel like it's just, you know, it's very trendy, it's hot. It depends what you wear it with. You can make it very trendy. You want to wear something that looks very traditional and kind of old school, old world, you can do that too. But it's nice when you have the pieces that create balance, that have a little bit of that trendy look, but have that classic look that will never go away, making it forever bright. Look at this piece on my hand. Is that a stunner or what? See, this to me is the ring that somebody grabs your hand and says, "Oh, I love your ring. That's so beautiful." And you say it in that voice. You don't go, "Ooh, look at your ring." No, this is "Oh, that is so beautiful." There are those rings that you say, "Ooh, look at your ring." You say it in that funny voice, or maybe you don't. I do. But I like the fact that this is one of those very classy, elegant statement pieces that you can wear every single day without being too much, but it's making enough of a statement that it's not too little. It looks like a princess's tiara from this angle, doesn't it? And look at how it's encased in all that luscious gold. That is 14 karat gold, and you have a total of 7 stones that graduate into the center. Your center stone, just so you understand, is almost a quarter carat. Actually, yeah, it's almost a quarter carat alone. And then you've got the 2 stones on the shoulder that will take you to about 32 points. And then your other 2 are going, actually, your other 2 are going to take you to about 2 points. So it's a really nice graduation to the larger stone in that middle. This is a great price when you're talking about forever bright moissanite, and you have it set in 14 karat gold. To save over $215, this is not something that should have a savings. I mean, certain things you look at, you say, why is that even on sale? Well, you know what, because we want to give you savings. We want you to enjoy the Valentine's Day season. We want you to be able to buy pieces for your fiancés, for your wife, for your daughters, your mothers, your grandmas, your aunts, your nieces, your sisters, your best friends. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the beauty of moissanite and understand why Forever Bright is becoming forever popular. And really one of the most popular lines in the entire brand, in the entire company, because people understand that you can get the really superior quality without the superior pricing. And when I say superior, I mean big pricing, not the good price. It's good pricing, but it's not the biggest of the pricing, right? That's important to us because we want to be able to buy things we can afford. But you know what? An investment in yourself or in someone you love is a smart investment. It's one thing to buy something that you can have for the night. You know, you can buy a great dinner, you can buy a great tickets to a show. I enjoy all of those things, but they don't last. When something is forever, you have this to pass down to another generation. This is the piece that you pass down to your own daughter one day, right? So it's really special. 623038 is the item number. The phone number to call to order this is 888-521-4367. Madeshopping.com is the website. And I told you have a lot of options and choices insofar as how to order. You don't have a choice when it comes to the free shipping, though. I'm giving that to you no matter what. Everybody will have all of these beautiful pieces shipped for free. I love that. And we've got free returns as well. Not that you'll need them, because you very rarely will make one, but if you need to, for whatever reason, you know you have it. That is going to be a great choice. But I really want you to be able to have the choice to own something that is, it's on the must-have list, right? I feel like in shopping, whether it be jewelry, whether it be home goods, whether it be beauty, whatever, you have kind of 2 columns you have, and this is really in life, right? The needs and the must-haves and the wants, right? When the needs and the must-haves and the wants go together, it's a win-win situation. And if you are somebody who has jewelry, if you are somebody who has their ears pierced, it's a must-have to have a good pair of studs. And by the way, if you just had your ears pierced, it's a must-have to have a gold pair of earrings because you must wear gold to prevent infection the first couple weeks of having your ears pierced. So it's a must-have. But everybody wants a great pair of studs. And the classic look the classic design, the classic style is to have diamond studs in gold. Well, what if you can go to the next level with moissanite? Let me remind you that moissanite is a double refractive stone. So what happens? It's going to have more brilliance than a diamond. In fact, it is really going to be the most brilliant gemstone in the world. That's what makes moissanite so special beyond even a diamond. You're also going to have a hardness on these pieces at about 9.25, which is actually harder than a sapphire or a ruby, but just shy of the hardness of a diamond. So you're getting something that's not going to scratch easily. You're getting something that's going to be durable, wearable, and withstand the day-to-day test of time. That is incredible to me when you can get studs at just over 500. Do you know that I have seen, and this is true story, I have seen in many a jewelry store, especially now when we're looking at the kind of pricing we are in gold, I have seen gold earrings. When I say gold earrings, like a stud of gold, right? A little ball, like you know when they put like the little gold ball stud. I have seen them at this, about this size, forget moissanite, no diamonds, nothing. Just the gold at $500, many places in New Jersey and New York City, many times. But you are not just getting that 14 karat gold, you are getting that carat 60 of moissanite in a round brilliant cut. Each one in each ear is 80 points. So you're over half a carat in each ear. Let me measure it for you. That's the weight. Let me give you the size now. So that was the weight. Now we go to the size. So you're looking at about 1/4 of an inch from top to bottom on these pieces. These are, to me, the ultimate in stud earrings. Do you see the fire? Oh my gosh, just take a moment. I did the shooting star thing. I lose my mind when that happens because it's such a remarkable thing that something like that can happen with a piece of jewelry. It's just, I'm wowed by the possibilities and the potential of this stone. Because of that fire, because of that dispersion, you get that rainbow of colors emerging, and you get that sparkle and that scintillation as I move the stones. And moreover, you get a stone that's even more brilliant than a diamond. How do you go wrong there? Go out, go buy yourself diamond studs, 80 points in each ear in yellow gold. I dare you to get a price like this that look like these. Because you can't just get any diamonds. Don't get cloudy ones. You could get cloudy with a chance of meatball. No, you could get cloudy earrings. You can. There's plenty of them for this price. I don't want cloudy earrings. I don't want cloudy diamonds. I want clean, bright, near colorless diamonds. That's what I want. I want that look. Well, guess what? I can have that look and then some when you have Forever Bright Moissanite. Talk about brightening your day. 681-036. You know what we should do, guys? Maybe we should slide in the mama. These are the beautiful princesses, but these are the queens. 3 carats. 3 carats. I know. So the princess, the queen. Here we go. Now, if you love them in yellow gold, you can also, when you call us, you can tell them this is made shopping. You can say, look, is there any way I can get these in yellow gold too? When you get these, you can say, is there any way I can get them in white gold too? Ask. You may receive, okay? But let's go to the white gold, because the white gold are earring goals. This should have like #earring goals, because this is what a stud aspires to be. You have 1.5 carats in each ear, not total, in each ear. Look at the size. First of all, the framework, 4-prong setting, classic. Classic. This is the traditional classic dream look. This is what everybody dreams of having if they are lucky enough to have moissanite earrings in gold studs. That's the dream. 3 carats, it should be $1,360. If it's any less than, honestly, any less than $1,300 or $1,400 is crazy to me. But we are at $1,026 and change, saving you almost $350. When we talk about the brilliance, the most brilliant stone being the moissanite, when we talk about the fire and that refractive index being even higher because it's a double refractive index, it's even more refractive than a diamond and almost as hard as a diamond. And look how clean, look how stunning and scintillating these studs are. and consider the fact that you are getting in each ear 1.5 carats. These are phenomenal. Now, we measured the last pair, and I thought they were pretty astounding. Let's see what happens when we step it up a level. Wow. Now you're getting past that 1/4 inch. And you have your butterfly backings as well. I do want to remind everybody something here, because for those of you who are saying, well, what makes this moissanite different than all other moissanite? I see moissanite around the world. I don't understand, like, why is this so different and what makes this so special? And remember something. This is the place to shop for moissanite, because this is the company that really revolutionized the art of creating it in a way that would allow us to have the best of the best. I mean, you have progressive technology, you have relentless innovation, and you have revolutionary cut specifications, so you can maximize both the fire and the brilliance of every single one of these gemstones. That's what's so important here. You can see for 30 years this has been going on. Since 1995, this company revolutionized the art of creating moissanite that would allow us to have the most sparkling, incredible looks. So if you want the larger size, you want that 1.5 in each ear, that 3-carat beauty in white gold, 612-700. If you decide, I love them, but I think I'm gonna go for a little bit smaller. I really like 80 points in each ear is pretty good to me. It's almost a carat in each ear. I'm very comfortable with that, and I really like the yellow gold in my studs. That's fine too. Guess what? You can do that, 681-036. And let me tell you something else too, which I think is really important to note. When I wear stud earrings, okay, one of the things that I think is really important is I don't always like to take them out. So if I go swimming, if I am at the beach, if I'm at a pool, if I'm at a barbecue, if I'm going to take a shower, if I want to take a bath, they're in gold. You can leave them on. They will not get ruined. They will not tarnish. Isn't that the best feeling? Now, listen, I'm not saying dunk your gemstones in water. Everybody, let's make sure we get some nice salt water on all of our gems. I'm not recommending it, but I'm saying you're not going to be in trouble. It's not going to ruin your earrings, and particularly because you're in gold, you're going to be able to wear something that even if it does get wet, it's not going to get ruined or tarnished, right? So that's important to notate. Now, those earrings they're pretty fabulous, but wait a minute. Have we talked about the ones I've been wearing? No, we haven't. I feel like I just need to give you a little special treat for a moment. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second, because you're gonna flip out. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just taking out one for the moment because I'm gonna put it back on. But okay, are you ready? Y'all ready for this? Here we go. I mean, what? What? Is this everything? What? Oh my God, it's an Asher cut. You know, sometimes the best way to know it's an Asher cut is when you see an X. You see that X that kind of runs through it? You guys see that? It's really tough to see right away, but when you look really close up, do you notice that X on the inside? You guys see it? That's the Asher cut. That's how you know, oh, it's an Asher cut. It's very geometric. The faceting on this is beyond belief. It is literally cut to perfection. That is why we only employ the best lapidaries in the world, so they can cut these pieces to maximize the beauty of the stone. Look at the fire. I mean, I'm moving it around just so you can really see what happens. And again, studio lighting is really not, because the studio's lit for me to talk to you. It's not as where I'm sitting, right? This is not, I'm just showing it to you right next to me. This is not even the most ideal lighting for a piece of jewelry. And guess what? Look how good it looks. Can you imagine in the sunshine? Seriously? What would happen if you are wearing these earrings and you are sitting in the sun? Oh, people will lose their mind. I can't, let me see what the exact carat weight is on these, because this one, I'm okay, hold on. Are you ready for it? You're not gonna believe what I'm about to tell you. Each ear, ready? 3-carat 14. Over 3 carats in each ear. By the way, that is not the moissanite weight, that is diamond equivalent weight. So if you were to buy the Asher cut diamond earrings, just like this, Asher step cut, this would also be 6-carat 28, which is your total carat weight for both, set in 14-carat white gold, Oh my gosh, if you could pay $1,600 and change it for that in diamonds with this quality, I don't think so. Nope, I dare you. You know what, do the research. I'm never gonna steer you wrong. I'm always gonna give you good advice. I will never let you get a bad deal. I would say, do the homework, look it up. Look at the near colorless diamonds, okay? That's important too, don't just get any diamonds. Make sure they're near colorless, G to H in color, okay? Look for G to H in color in your diamonds, in white gold, Asher step cut, over literally almost 3.5 carats per ear. And tell me what it costs. Curious. I bet you won't be getting a discount of $544 and free shipping. That's what you're getting here. Your item number 620498. 620498. Okay, so we gave you some great options in studs, but now we're actually going to move into, I think we should move into the hoops, yeah? Item number, I believe it's number 5, right? Oh wait, did I skip 4? Oh, we still have to get to 4 too. Okay, we're gonna get to it. We'll get there. I have so many fun things to show you before this hour is over. We're almost halfway through the hour, so I just want to give you, kind of leading up to lots of great things. But I wanted to make sure that everyone who's watching right now has a chance to get hoops too, because the two things that most of us want in the world of earrings are hoops and studs. Hoops and studs. Look at these hoops. Okay. I mean, is that gorgeous? Now, I just want you to take a moment, look at the beauty. Even as I just kind of let them sit for a moment, I just want to put my earring back in my ear. As they sit for a moment, what you see is the millgrain work. You see the beauty of all of those gorgeous stones. You have approximately 70 points, so we're at they're almost 3/4 carat in these beauties. And you have that kind of huggy hoop design. Look at the thickness of the white gold as well, because that is really something worth mentioning. When you see how much of that white gold is present, you can see if you just bought a pair of white gold earrings, again, just like I said about the studs, if this was the earring right here, what you're seeing on your screen, that price makes sense to me right now. $479.25, great deal. Save $159.75, great deal. I mean, they're white gold. But that's not what you're getting. That's just the back. This is what you're getting. You're getting 70 points of this beautiful moissanite. The Forever Bright collection is going to give you a chance to have pieces that truly will brighten your life forever. As I move them, you can really, I'm going to actually tip them a little too, so you can really see the power of a double refractive stone, so you can see the power of a very highly superior, brilliant piece of jewelry, because when you are looking at brilliance in moissanite, it's very different than a diamond. Listen, don't get me wrong, I love diamonds, I absolutely do. I love our lab-grown diamonds, I love diamonds, I love them. But I can't afford them when they look like this. You have to really get lucky. This is a chance for you to have the best of the best in one of the hardest stones and in one of the cleanest, most brilliant stones on this earth. What a treat to be able to do that. Let me get a quick measurement on these for you. Item number 543371. You're almost half an inch. Almost half an inch on the drop. Now your traditional huggy hoops will usually be about 3/4 of an inch on the drop. These are pretty close. I really love this. You know, I kept saying the millgrain work, but actually it's not. It's actually more, it's more moissanite down the side. Okay, the border of those center round stones, which are each about, they're each about 4 points. The border that sandwiches them, it looks from a distance, I was like, there's no way for that price that those are also moissanite. Yeah, no, they are, yep. That means that you are getting $639 earrings today for under $480. That's a treat. Go to madeshopping.com, scan that QR code. You can easily go right to the item by doing so. I think that's a great way to do it. By the way, if you wanted to see the studs, like if I was just doing like my hair up, I just wanted you to see, these are massive. They're massive, like huge. Okay, so studs and hoops, get them home. 543371. Now, I told you earlier in the show that I had so many treats on so many levels in so many items. And one of them is the one that I have been wearing. I've been wearing this all day just because I love it. This is a must-have. It is, oh my goodness. This is when you really want to take a piece of jewelry to that next level. but you want to wear it in a way that's subtle enough that it can be an everyday piece. In the winter, it's glovable. In other words, you can just put that glove on those cold, cold days and not have to worry about your ring getting in the way because it's so low profile. But then look at the power pop. Whew, look at that. That is frosty. Look at that. Just like a very cold winter day. Look at that. And here's what's so special about this. What's really fun about this piece is that you are looking at over 2 carats. Over 2 carats in the ring. What's really fun is that it's not a full eternity, but it's not really a half eternity either, because you see how when I do this, wait, oh, it is a full eternity. Oh, wait, oh, it is. But actually, no, it's not. Don't tell anybody. It's just a little section of just white gold, 14 karat white gold. The whole thing is set in 14 karat white gold, but it actually has the presence of a full eternity band. But, you know, we can keep the cost just a little lower based on the way it's done. We can actually take $250 off. Well, $249.75 to be exact. This ring has 13 16-pointers. Think about that. I got very excited, I growled. 13 16-pointers. That is unheard of. And also, by the way, if you are looking to upgrade your wedding band, this is how you do it. This is how you do. I couldn't help it. Sorry. It just came out. Sometimes that happens. I'm like, my parents and I always joke because I always say I'm a human jukebox, but I kind of am. I don't mean to be a human jukebox. It just happens. It just comes out. I say, this is how we do it. Of course I'm going to go, this is how we, how do you not do that? Well, I guess most people don't. I just do. Okay, but this is, in all seriousness, this is one of those items that you absolutely want to make sure you have in your collection, because you can spend under $750 to have the look of a full eternity band. You're close enough. You've got 13 stones at 16 points each, round, brilliant beauties, cut to perfection, really the maximization, if you will, of brilliance. Maximize the brilliance. And you have the quality of Forever Bright Moissanite from Charles Colvard. It's a win. Set in 14 karat gold. When gold is now pricing at $2,018 per ounce. Per ounce. Look at the scintillation. So the scintillation is shown when you get the movement, right? So when I move, look at this. When I move, that's where you see the scintillation. You see that? And you can see the fire in every single stone. Just exceptional. Well, listen, there's a reason we've been in business for 30 years. And I have worked at many networks. I work with a lot of companies in my life, and I'm very proud to represent people that I believe in. And when I had an opportunity to come here and see the showroom, the Charles Colvard showroom, and look at these pieces and see the exceptional moissanite, I was so proud to be able to share these pieces with so many of you who I know and so many of you who I'm just meeting for the first time. And I think it's a wonderful treat to be able to take a business that has been in business for over a quarter of a century and say they've been doing something, but they've been really doing it not just right, but they've been doing it really well. And that is why it's such a privilege to be able to continue to share items like this with all of you so that you can have the best of the best. That's really what it's all about. And why should you spend $5,000, $10,000 on something that you can get for under $750? Right here, right now. 785-067 is the item number. Call in. The number to call is 888-521-4367. This is a dream. This is a dream piece, guys. And I'll just really quick before I move away from it, I'll just show it to you on this finger. If you want to wear it like a wedding band, can't go wrong, right? Gorgeous. Absolutely a stunner. Now I want to do something really fun. This is is that number 7? Yeah, I want to go to this is fun. This is a little different than anything else we've done in the show before. And again, I thought it was a set of 2 pieces that were layered and stacked, and I was going to be able to offer you either or. Nope, that's not the case. No either or here. It's one for all and all for one. Look what happens when you bring in a piece of beauty that gives you the look of 2 rings with massive sizing on those solitaire stones And those accents, are you kidding me? The accents alone, if it was just the accents in this design, I'd say that's a win right there, right? You're looking at about 80 points in the accents. But in each of these beautiful large, actually, look at this. This one, half a carat. Yep, half a carat. The round brilliant, oh, I'm sorry. That one, 80 points. Yep, over 3/4 of a carat. Just in the, oh, there's the shooting stars. Just in the solitaire alone. See, don't you love, you see what happens when I do that? You see how like these shooting stars just emerge? That brilliance is off the charts, friends. You can't get something better than this when it comes to this pricing. There is no justification for being at under $900 when you have the fire that you're seeing, when you have the dispersion that you are seeing. That is what we are all about. And that is why everybody out in this jewelry industry is trying to perfect the making of moissanite. And guess what? Guess who perfected it first? Right here, right now, you are in for it because you are getting the originator, not the imitator. That's all I'm saying about that. Let me actually put this on. It's been really fun to showcase it for you, but I've had enough of that. I'm wearing it. You know, you can only go so long before you have to show it on your hand. And I feel bad sometimes because I know that if I was home watching, just like you, I'd be like, I just want to wear it, right? I know, because that's what I'm saying, and I'm sitting right here. So I had, oh gosh, I had to do that. I just had to. Are you in love, guys? Is this so incredible? Look at the gorgeous beauty here. And you know what's so nice is I love the fact that you didn't just have one stone here and one stone there, or one stone stacked upon each other. I like that you have them just slightly kind of catty-cornering each other, so it allows them to kind of reflect off of each other. Now, that being said, let's dive into the meanings of things, right, and symbolism, because I told you I'm a big mush. I'm a huge sap. I can't help myself. So when I see things like this, I think when you think about those people in your life that are always by your side, no matter what, that, like, or maybe the angel looking over your shoulder, like there's always that voice, that person who's like the voice of reason for you, or that person that you know, like if somebody says something negative about you, that person will not let that happen. They will stand up for you every day. There's that person in your life who's kind of, you know, kind of that person that's over your shoulder, whether it be physically or, you know, if that person's no longer with you, and that's kind of like this is kind of like a symbolic piece to represent that person's always there over your shoulder watching out for you. But in real, you know, maybe in reality, in your day-to-day life, there really is somebody who's here now, and you want to say, you know what, I'm going to give you this ring because I want you to know that no matter where I am or what I do, I've always got your back, right? I mean, you can literally turn every single piece of jewelry into a symbolic meaning and a story. That's what I love about jewelry. That's what made me fall in love with jewelry, not just the beauty of it. And the beauty is one thing, of course, there's no denying that. That's really just stating the obvious. But beyond the beauty, right, beyond that, there is the idea of setting meaning, because we always we remember who buys us jewelry, we remember who we give jewelry to. It's usually for a meaningful occasion. It's a graduation, an anniversary, a wedding, right? Or it's a birthday, a milestone, what have you. So there's so many reasons why we give jewelry to somebody, but it's almost always for a special occasion or something that's meaningful and memorable. Make this a meaningful, memorable item in your life. You are getting almost, well, actually over 1.5 carats. Over 1.5 carats in diamond equivalent weight. You're getting what looks like 2 bands, beautifully placed, beautifully designed. 743024 is your item number, and you are saving, I didn't even say this before, you're saving almost $300. Where do you go wrong when you can get something that's this glorious and save almost $300? I'll tell you where. Right here, right now. That's a big deal. That was a song from that time period we were just talking about too. Who sang that one? Right here, right now, watching the world wake up. It was on the radio all the time, but I can't remember who sang that. Anyway, It'll come to me. It's one of the, maybe Duncan Sheik, no, that was the other song. That was the, okay, I'm sorry. I went on a tangent, a human jukebox tangent once again. I will control myself. I can't control my emotions when I'm around jewelry like this. I'm sorry, it happens. Okay, you know what else happens? Sometimes we get a chance to own something that is unrealistically affordable. I say unrealistically because certain pieces just deserve a really high price tag, and then they don't get one. Like, that's what you guys deserved more than that. But you at home deserve what I'm about to do for you. This is the one and only piece in the show that is in silver. Set in white silver, okay? Beautiful polish. And actually what I'll do is I'm gonna actually turn this around for you. I just want you to see. If I turn the piece around, you can see all that beautiful silver, okay? But here's what I want you to know. I believe we are including the chain, am I right? We're including the chain. I want to see this on the red because of the heart. Hold on, I want to see. I don't want to mess up the mic. Sorry. Sorry, I wanted to just show it against red. Oh, yeah. Because it's a heart. I just wanted to see it because it's a red heart. You could, if you're wearing like a red turtleneck, look how cool. Forget the microphone for a second, but look how pretty that heart looks against red. Don't you love that? Because it almost looks like a ruby inside of the diamonds, doesn't it? They're not even diamonds, they're moissanite. That's why they're so brilliant. That's why they're so sparkling. That's why there's so much fire. Oh my gosh, I love this necklace. I like the fact that it's on a diagonal. It reminds me of a very famous brand that does a heart like that. My friend Tiffany owns one. It's very pretty. But guess what? It's also very unaffordable for many people. Very unaffordable for many people. 'Tis the season to be all about the love. It is the heart season. And therefore, I want you to have a heart. Oh, thank you for that. Look at that. There's the brilliance I speak of. Okay, let's talk about what you get here. That is what we call a fancy cut. The fancy cut heart is a brilliant cut, totaling 1.20 carat in a single solitaire stone. Fancy cut 1.20 carat in a heart, in your incredible forever bright moissanite that rests and nestles itself to the bottom of the heart. From the bottom, when you gift this, just put a little note that says, "This is from me to you from the bottom of my heart." Get it? And there's a little heart at the bottom of the heart. How cute is that? That heart, though, on the diagonal, that heart is just adorned by those decadent diamond-looking. I keep saying diamonds, but you can't get diamonds for this price, and you can't get diamonds with that kind of brilliance. That is what that is the beauty of incredible moissanite. To be able to have when people think of, oh, the finest diamonds in the world, that's what they think of. But who can afford them, right? This is forever bright moissanite. This is the most incredible brilliance you will see in a gemstone. The most brilliant stone in the world. That's what moissanite is. And our collection of classic moissanite, let me tell you, it's incredible. This is even a step up from that. This is the next level. $381. I will tell you this, if this was in gold, chances are you would be paying at least another $500, maybe more. So the fact that we could do this in silver and give you a chance to own this piece is a dream come true. You are saving $127.25. The item number is 624-729. 624-729, call us. Call our call center. Make sure you say hi to our friends out here who are excited to shop with you, and let them know how much you love this piece and that you want to take it home. If you want to shop online, you can do that on your own at madeshopping.com or scan that QR code. But I think this is a piece that everybody, if you're lucky to own it, I think it would be a wonderful opportunity for each and every one of you to do so. You know, every single piece that we've had so far is a piece that I personally would buy for myself. Like, you know, sometimes I'll present things and I'll say, you know, I love this. It's maybe something I would buy for someone else. I can find a million things to love about it, but it's not for me. Everything in this show is something that I personally love and would wear every day of my life and be very, very proud to gift to somebody. Know that too. Any of these pieces that you're buying for somebody for Valentine's Day or any occasion for that matter, or just because it's Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day of the week, every single one of these pieces, you will feel proud. You know when you buy a gift for somebody, you're like, Ooh, I hope they like it. I don't know. I hope it doesn't break. I hope it doesn't this. I hope it does. You have like all these feelings of anxiety. Like, I hope that was a good choice. When you give the gift of Forever Bright, you can feel really confident that you're gifting something very special to the people that you love. And speaking of very special things and things to love, I have been wearing a ring this entire show. I don't even know how to explain how incredible this is. Yes, this is, no, actually, yes, it is. I believe it is. Yes. This is where things go to the next level. You know, we took the classic moissanite to the next level with Forever Bright. But when we talk about these beautiful pieces we've been seeing, sometimes you even can level up from there when you just think you can't. Leveling up not only in beauty, but in profile height. Look at the height on this ring. Do you see the design? Do you see the culet at the very bottom? That's the bottom of that piece. That's the bottom of that elongated oval with that beautiful, brilliant cut. That oval, let me tell you something, friends. That elongated oval is going to elongate your fingers. It is so flattering on the hand. And it is a cut that we have not seen today, but it is allowing you to maximize the brilliance of this moissanite. Look at the setting. The setting on this allows it to lift. It elevates the stone. And it is just phenomenal on every level. Haloed by more beautiful rounds. Haloed by more beautiful rounds and accented by more beautiful rounds and set in 14 karat yellow gold. This is an engagement ring. Does it have to be? No, it can be, I mean, it can be anything, but certainly can be an engagement ring. I mean, I just look at that gold. Look at that gold. We're gonna put this on the wheel so that you can see the brilliance and that fire emerging for yourself. This is where it's like when the, what do they say? Like, this is when you separate the boys from the men, right? Like, this is next level. Let's do this. Can I do that? Oh, okay. Yeah? Okay. Oh, really? Do you have another one? Yeah? Do we? Yeah? Oh, okay. Good. I don't have to give it up. Good. I'm not giving it. Never gonna give it up. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Can we just look at the faceting, please? Can you just look at the faceting? It makes me want to cry. I know I'm being dramatic, but honestly, it just gives me such a deep appreciation for the lapidaries. It gives me so much respect for the gem cutters that we work with. Look at the faceting on that oval. Are you kidding me? Do you recognize that? I mean, you see? Let's see what it does to my talking ability. Ruins it. It's absolutely incredible that every facet is maximizing the brilliance of this stone. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Is that amazing? And then, as if it's not good enough, and by the way, I just didn't know if you knew that it's almost 4.5 carats, just that one stone, just in case I didn't mention it. One stone alone, almost 4.5 carats. 1.5. 1.5, let's see. 1.5 carats, to me, would justify this price. And I'm not kidding. Based on the faceting, based on the way that it's designed, based on the halo, based on the quality, based on the gold, I'd say this price for a 1.5 carat piece, 2 carat piece would be great. But it's almost 4.5. It's almost 4.5, and you saw it for yourself. And I say elongated, so therefore I want to give you perspective on what that means in an oval cut ring. You are looking at almost 1/2 inch from north side to south side. So pretty impressive, and also very comfortable to wear. Look how gorgeous. Just a nice classic slim band, accented on the shoulders with more of those beautiful Forever Bright moissanites. The brightening continues as we brighten up your life with these beautiful pieces forever. Save yourself over $500 today. $527.25 is the discount. It's wild, isn't it? You are getting this home for $1,581.75. It absolutely should be $2,100 at least. It's actually 20, yeah, that's what it should be, but it's not. Not tonight, not for you. Do Shop Pay, guys. Make it easy on yourself. Check out with Shop Pay. That means you can make installments of your payments. You don't have to do it all at once. You can pay now or you can pay later. You have that option. I absolutely implore you to take advantage of that opportunity. I think you'll be very glad that you did. And I want to do a couple really quickly before we wrap up the show. We only have less than 10 minutes, but I would love to be able to do a trilogy piece because we haven't done any trilogies in this hour, and I think it's really fun. I believe is it 11? I love 10 or 11. I think it's really fun when we can do that because trilogy pieces have a lot of meaning. A lot of people will call them the past, present, future piece because you can actually make it mean past, present, future. So a lot of people really like to invest in the trilogy ring, but when the trilogy ring actually has emerald cuts, now you're in like another stratosphere, okay? Because you very, very typically see round cuts, maybe oval cuts in your trilogy pieces, but you don't often see emerald cuts. Again, any flaw would be so easy to find, but you have it absolutely cut to perfection. Let's show you a display of that perfection as it rotates and moves so you can see the brilliance for yourself. An emerald cut is like no other. It creates a completely different effect, and it actually has, to me, a very, very prestigious, very elegant look. I'm going to put it on my hand, and then we're going to go to that wheel so you can really see it as it circulates. But look at that. Very profound. Beautiful piece of jewelry. So different than anything else you've seen today. So special when we're looking at a savings of almost $450. That's a big deal. Because $450, I mean, think of what you can get. You can, oh, wait a minute, I have an idea. Maybe you can get either a pair of the studs today. Oh, you know what I would do? I would take, if you are in a position to spend the money, I would say what you are saving from this piece, if you buy this piece, what you are saving, you can use that to buy the necklace, the beautiful heart necklace that we showed you, because that one was just over $300. So that would be a great idea. I'm thrilled for you to be able to get in on these deals. But that heart necklace, I mean, it is the steal of the show. There's no question about it. It is the steal of the show. I'm going to give you one more look at it. It is, let me give you the item number as well. It is item 624729, 624729, and that one is not $1,341. The price that you're seeing on your screen is for the ring, of course, that I'm showing you. There it is, though, $381.75. So there you go. It's an incredible deal, guys. It really is, and the savings is, it just can't be beat. Did I mention free shipping and free returns? I'm going to mention it again. Free shipping and free returns. So you don't have to pay to have any of these pieces shipped to you. Every one of them, from the studs to the necklace to the rings. But you know what? I have another necklace for you. And before we go, because I started the show giving you a sneak peek at it, I want you to have one more look. And I want you to get a closer look, and I want you to be able to get it home. Because this is a really special piece. The necklace that I'm wearing that we just showed you, that piece, 624729, is in silver, the only silver in the entire hour. But this one that's coming up is in gold. And this one is, to me, it actually reminds me a little bit of a compass. Like, it reminds me of finding your direction, like north, south, east, right? It just kind of has that vibe to it for some reason. That's what it reminds me of. What I love about this piece, more than anything, is not just the fact that it's in 14 karat white gold, not just the fact that you have almost 1.5 carats in diamond equivalent weight, not just the fact that it's such an extraordinary piece and it includes an incredible chain, but my favorite thing about it is that center solitaire stone. That center solitaire stone, you ready? It is a carat 20 alone. So you are at, oh, you know, we want that magic carat weight. Everybody wants to be part of the carat club. We love it, right? But guess what? This is going to be a chance for you to own a piece of beauty over a carat in just this single stone. So just that one stone, friends, is over 1 carat at $1.20. And then it's surrounded by more beautiful stones. And on top of that, you have white gold, illuminating and exemplifying just how white and bright those moissanite stones are. Forever bright, when I tell you how white and bright it is, here's the way you figure it out. You set it in white gold. And when you see it in white gold and it shines that bright and it looks that white and you have all of that scintillation and you have all of that fire and you have all of that dispersion and that brilliance, guess what? You know that this is the real deal and that this is top quality. Here's what I want to do for you also. Bail to bottom, we are at just shy of 3/4 of an inch. Bail to bottom. Here's something else I want to show you real quickly before we go. It's a nice smooth piece, but I want you to just see from the under gallery, you can really see the beauty of that fire. So I also want to remind you, this is white gold. This chain is off the chain because the chain alone should be costing you $800. You are spending $809 for this entire beautiful piece. You have a narrow lobster claw clasp, nice secure clasp on this. You have this beautiful box chain, and you have the glorious piece of beauty in your Forever Bright moissanite, which, by the way, again, this design kind of reminds me a little bit of a compass. It just does. Now, we are in the final 2 minutes of the show. I don't know if I have time for anything else, do I? I don't think I do. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just do one quick thing for you. I've been kind of keeping it in hiding. It's hiding in the corner. Remember I showed you the trilogy piece? That trilogy with the emerald cuts? Yeah. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of a different look with that same cut because so many of you love it so much. Get ready and get set to go because this is the grand finale. And this is a piece de résistance. In other words, you will not be able to resist this piece. This is a Forever Bright piece. And it is so gorgeous, but it is also affordable today because we are knocking almost $400 off your price. You're welcome. I mean, that's a discount I can live with. Take a moment and look at the beauty. Once again, the perfection of the faceting, the beauty of the cut in your emerald step cuts. Just so you know, there are 5. There are 5. And you are at almost 3 carats in total. Is that amazing? And set in 14 karat white gold. My friends, this is what it's all about. It's about finding the finds, right? 631-440. 631-440, that is your item number. I hope you have loved everything in this show as much as I have. Every single piece has, to me, been astounding. And all I can say to you is that I hope that forever and ever, you will be forever bright. There is nothing better than something that can brighten up your life, and you shopping with us certainly brightens my day. I have had such a blast with all of you. I'm Nikki Stanzione. Thank you so much for shopping. This is Made Shopping, and I'll see you very shortly. Don't go away.
This is ice. This is also ice. This is an orchid. This is also an orchid. And this is a diamond. And yes, you guessed it, this is also a diamond. They share the same properties, the exact same chemical, optical, and physical characteristics, but they have very different stories. This diamond came from here. And this diamond, well, its story is a little different, a little more interesting. Would you like to hear it? It all starts way back in 1955, when scientists discovered a way to duplicate the conditions under which diamonds naturally develop. Inside a high-pressure cell, carbon atoms were subjected to intense heat and pressure until they grew and crystallized on seed crystals as a synthetic diamond. It was quite a breakthrough, but it was used mainly for industrial applications like drills and saws and surgical equipment. And then some time passes, a lot of time actually, until we come to the 21st century, when a new method for creating diamonds would change everything. Known as chemical vapor deposition, it used a heated mixture of methane and hydrogen to produce a gem-quality synthetic diamond. They were cut and polished in the same manner, and the clarity was identical. And so, it was official. We could now grow, in the strictest sense of the word, a diamond. A diamond that shared the same properties as one occurring in nature. But wait, our story doesn't end here. There are probably a few more facts you don't know. Like what, you ask? Since lab diamonds are grown in a completely controlled environment, there is no dirt or other elements to diminish the quality or purity. And unlike mined diamonds, their origins are guaranteed. They are conflict-free. Oh yeah, and the best part? Lab-grown diamonds are also less expensive. And so, here we are, looking up at a new way forward, a new direction that can be accessible, beautiful, and conscientious all at once. Fine jewelry is being redefined right in front of our eyes, and it's more accessible than ever.
Hello, everybody. Are you ready to get into some luxury and royalty? Because that's exactly what we're going to do this hour. I'm Nikki Stanzione, and I'm thrilled because in this hour, we are going to be talking all about luxury when we refer to the beauty of our Caydia lab-grown diamonds, and nobody does it better than Charles and Colvard. The lab-grown diamonds you are about to see today are some of the most extraordinary in the world. I really should say they are where the bar is set, and they are going to bring the brilliance. They're going to bring the beauty, the clarity, the cuts, the carat weights, and the colorless vibe and truth that we all want in diamonds, right? But we're doing them ethically. We're making them, not mining them. And we'll talk all about that. But I also said there would be royalty. Why? Well, let's talk about the royal king of the gems. You may know him or her as Ruby. And lab-grown rubies are going to give you not only all of the beauty and the symbolism and the vibrancy and the royalty of a ruby that you typically are used to seeing over the years from our corundum family, but they're going to give you superior color. They're going to be clean, and the sizes and the styles are exceptional. So let's get into it. You are here at Made Shopping, and that's why everything is made, not mined, and that is why you are getting premium beauties in this show, from necklaces to earrings to rings and bracelets too. Today, I just want to give you a little heads up. We've got some beautiful kind of suites, if you will, of different companion pieces. This gorgeous tennis bracelet that I have to tell you, this is actually not your standard tennis bracelet. You may look at it and go, oh, it's a tennis bracelet. A little catch to it. A little catch indeed, because it's a pressure insertion clasp, so it's not your typical catch that you see on a tennis bracelet. This is that flex bangle. So you've got this really beautiful design, and it is set in rose gold. In fact, I'll tell you the actual item number on this one so you can start looking ahead is going to be 795044. Just take a moment to look at the beauty here. And what's so much fun about this piece is the way it goes with almost every gorgeous ring in the show. But this is the flex band that I'm talking about. Do you see that? We'll get more into the details. I'll let you know the carat weight. I'll let you know all about the way it's done, the way it's set. And again, rose gold is just so superior, so on trend, and not always so easy to come by, I'll tell you that. So get ready because we've got all these glorious pieces to go with it, and then some. But I did say we will start with a lot of royalty, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I will share with you all of the details of our gorgeous Caydia pieces. And in these pieces that you're seeing today, I want you to look at the contrast. When you have, look at that, lab-grown rubies. Oh, look at the color. Do you see how they fluoresce? Do you see how they fluoresce? This is what you want in a ruby, the king of the gems for a reason. We'll talk all about it. There are going to be 3 items that you are going to have a chance to choose from. Let's start with this beauty right here. This one's kind of celestial and a wild vibe, right? I kind of like this one if you don't mind starting. Actually, you know what? Let's start with this one. This is easier. This is already, let's go simplified to complicated, but in a good way, right? Some things are like, okay, that's just too complicated. This is good complicated. I want you to see the simplicity of this bypass design first, because this one is what we call a crossover ring, and a crossover is basically a bypass, right? It kind of crosses over, and you can see that gorgeous cuts on this, because what you have in front of you are tapered baguettes. Baguettes are one of the hardest cuts to be able to have because you have to have the perfection of just the right lapidaries, and everyone that works with us are going to bring you the very best, because you can see as I'm moving it, do you see? Look at that. Do you see that? That is the glow, that is the glisten, that is the fluorescing that we love to see in a ruby, but you can see why when you get a lab-grown ruby, you are getting literally the best color, the most vibrancy, and such clarity as well. You have 2 of those tapered baguettes, taking you to, I believe, 35 points. And you have an entire 1/4 carat of Caydia lab-grown diamonds. And when we talk about Caydia lab-grown diamonds, Caydia basically means pure diamonds. So what happens is they're chemically, optically, and physically exactly identical to a mined diamond. The only difference is that there's no amount of earth that has to be moved to make these stones. That's it. It's all above ground diamonds. They deliver the same beauty, they have the beautiful brilliance, and they don't impact Mother Earth. They do not. I'm gonna just take this off. If you wanna come over to me on this side, I will just take this, I will remove and transfer. Remove and transfer. There you go. Look how pretty that is on the hand. Isn't that gorgeous? So classic and so classy. We haven't mentioned the price yet because I wanted to get into the situation of what you're getting here. You also have white gold. So now the price is really going to surprise you, because when you think about spending less than $500 on what looks like, really, I think, the most beautiful rubies in the world, I mean, let's face it, they look like Burmese rubies, do they not? They look like Burmese rubies, you know that, I know that. And the only difference is you didn't have to get the Burmese rubies at thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars unethically sourced. There's been a lot of embargoes, as many of you probably know if you're into the gemstone world. There's been a lot of embargoes on that importation, if you will, exportation of the Burmese rubies. So to be able to get lab grown that look just like the best rubies in the world, look at the color. So the contrast to the white diamonds, how white are they? Well, let's put it this way. They're colorless, which is exactly what you want to see in a diamond. That's as good as it gets. Always tell you that when you get colorless diamonds, you are at the top of the scale. The scale starts at D. DEF is what you're going to find in your Caydia pieces, always. And keeping in mind that we have the most incredible process for vetting and curating the world's most superior lab-grown diamonds, because every single one has been carefully considered. Every single one was hand-selected by in-house experts, and they are all in optical gorgeous glory of optimal, this is what, try this tongue twister, optimal optical beauties. Try that for size. Minimum of VS1 clarity. What does that mean? Very slightly included, so they're nice and clean. And then you contrast them with those lab-grown rubies, and boy, do you have a piece of beauty. Now, that's going to be item 819250 at $471.20. You're saving almost $120 today. I want to tell you what I have next, but first I want to tell you something else. It's called How Do You Order? You're saying to yourself, I love it, Nick, but how do I get it? Let me tell you, it's so simple. You can go to our website very easily at madeshopping.com, and when you shop, you just pick the pieces you love, enjoy it, and have a great time. Put them in your cart, make sure you confirm. We'll give you a chance to even be able to pay in increments and installments with a very special opportunity. But also, you can call us. Our call center is right here next to me, to my right. They are behind the glass, all of them on the phone lines, actively and ready to take your calls, excited to speak to you. And because we are Made Shopping, not only are the items made and not mined, but your order is made. It is not cookie cutter. If you say, I love something, but I'd like to have it in yellow gold or white gold or what have you, absolutely ask. The answer is always no if you don't ask, and we would love to be able to help you, and if we can do that, that's exactly what we will do. So just know that. Now, if you want to make it extra simple, open up your camera on your phone or your devices, open up that camera, scan that QR code. When you scan that QR code, it's going to take you directly to the item we're talking about, and you are going to be able to purchase it. So lots of really easy ways and convenient ways to shop. Now, the first one, of course, being that beautiful bypass. I love it. I think it's very classic, simple, dainty, subtle, feminine. But now maybe you say, look, I want something that's a little bit more on the classic side. This one is a little bit more, I think it's a little more bold, if you will, probably because of that massive solitaire in the center in that lab-grown ruby. And that is a powerhouse piece, friends. It sure is. Look at how clean it is. I dare you to go into a jewelry store and find a ruby that looks like that, even anywhere near a $600 price tag. By the way, it's a $740 piece. We took it all the way down to $599.20. But here's what I want to do for you. I want to just show you something. I want you to look at that stone, and I want you to consider the fact that what you have in front of you is that round beauty, that round, brilliant cut. And that ruby, just so you understand, is going to be, actually, can you guys put that up on the screen? I want to see what the exact size on it. I believe it would be, let's see. Actually, I think this is a carat one, and that's not a round, that's a cushion cut, isn't it? Yeah, that's a cushion cut. So that is your, that's what I thought. I'm going, looks like a cushion cut. It's your cushion cut. There you go. Thank you. I was like, you know when you know something and you're like, I don't know if I'm reading that correctly. 1 carat one on a cushion cut. That's unheard of at under $600 in a ruby. Lab-grown rubies are not a sacrifice, right? People say, well, but I'm not getting the ruby from the ground or from the mine. Well, that's why. Are you looking? Are you feasting your eyes on what I am showing you? Oh, is that incredible or what? That's why I like to shop on lab-grown rubies, because you're going to get the ideal color. You are going to get the bright, beautiful, bold, superior hues. That's what you want to see. But you're also going to be able to get those heavier carat weights, those larger sizes, and more clarity. What a dream come true. I'm going to give you some fun metaphors and analogies throughout this hour as well. In the meantime, look at how it is so beautifully floating in between this gorgeous, gorgeous design with decadent, dripping diamonds. Now, you say to yourself, I love diamonds. How about lab-grown diamonds? You know why lab-grown diamonds are going to make your life good? I'll tell you. Because you're going to have an above-ground diamond, basically, meaning it is going to be made, not mined. It is given a whole lot of TLC to be able to be nurtured and to be able to be as beautiful and clean and colorless and white and bright and everything good that you want in a diamond, but without having to source it through a mining process that's not only going to be a lot more difficult to be able to achieve that incredible brilliance and fire and dispersion and all the things that we love so much in a diamond, but also going to be a lot more unaffordable. That's another issue that you're going to have to contend with. Now, another thing I just want to remind you is that you have all this gold. This is 14 karat white gold, my friends. Item number 818836. 818836, you're saving almost $150 on this piece. And if your style is a solitaire and you like that double band, it's kind of bordered by the double band, and I like, again, a nice kind of celestial look to these pieces, this is your go-to if you are the solitaire girl. You like the big, beautiful, bold solitaire, and you want all those diamonds to contrast the color. Now, let me give you one more choice, and then we're going to move on. Because this one this is my personal favorite. It's not polite to pick favorites. I'm sorry, I love you guys too. I do. But everybody has different taste. And that's why when you shop with us, you can shop for yourself and then shop for someone else. Maybe that is your taste and you love it. Listen, who wouldn't? But you say, you know what, but my sister loves a little bit more of an animated design. She likes a little bit more of a, a little bit more drama, whatever it may be. There it is. Now this piece, my friends, is going to be, once again, in 14 karat white gold. But let's talk about those rubies. They are in what we call fancy cut. Fancy cut is a pair, okay? A pair is definitely going to fall in the category of a fancy cut. When you get these cuts, there's a lot more wasted material. It has to be cut more to precision to be able to maximize the beauty of the stone, to really allow the color to just pop, which is exactly what it does as it's contrasted to those bright white, clean, colorless diamonds. And these lab-grown diamonds from Caydia, this brand from Charles Colvard, is exceptional, and it is the one to beat, because literally everyone in the industry tries to be as good as the best, right? But why go for the imitation when you can get the originator? You know what I mean? Look at the beauty of those pair cuts. Look at the colors. You're looking at approximately 22 points in each one. You're looking at 107 stones in total, of which 7 of them are in the rubies. And then, of course, those round brilliants, you're looking at about a half a carat in total. And again, you're looking at about 100 beautifully set stones. Now, what's really fun about this one is the way it's designed. It gives you this kind of spray design. And what I like about it so much is the elongation, once again, on the hand. Because it's elongated, it's more flattering on the fingers, right? If you like your fingers to look longer, you go with a ring that's like a cocktail style ring, and it takes you to about 3/4 of an inch just from top to bottom. Is that gorgeous or what? Any one of these is a win. Any one of these is an incredible steal. Tonight, this should be about $1,300. You're saving over $250 at $1,039.20. 888-521-4367. Now, remember when I told you it's really easy to shop with us, and I said that one of the things that I really appreciate is that there's so many ways to make it convenient. I'm going to do something else that's extra convenient, beyond convenient. Oh, and it's going to save you a whole lot of money. It's called free shipping and free returns. And everything that we showcase, everything, I mean, it's bizarre, right? It's bizarre. You don't hear this very often. There's no special, it's not because it's a holiday, it's not because it's a special day. We're doing free shipping and free returns on everything all the time. I mean, this is bizarre, and I love it. I am there for it. I want all of you to have this opportunity as well. And I do want to tell you that this is a very comfortable ring. You have that open work. You have that nice negative space, keeping it very comfortable on the hand. And it's a really nice, I don't know, for me, I think it's just a really tasteful design, but yet it's fairly dramatic at the same time, which makes it extra fun. But is that just, to me, this is something that people will remember. They'll say, oh, I love that one ring. She always wears that ring that I love so much. And if your birthday is in July, make this one yours. That's your rubies, ladies and gentlemen. That is a ruby. Now, ruby is red, right? Ruby, red, but there's ruby red and then there's red. This is ruby red. That's why I say they look so much like Burmese rubies. These 3 rings are all incredible. This one is 144804, 144804. The one with the solitaire in the center, that one was 818836. And the one with the bypass design and those tapered baguettes was 819250. So pick your favorite, take it home, gift it to someone. You can't beat these prices when we're talking about the quality and the cuts, the clarity, and the design on every single one of them. Listen, when it comes to the white Caydia diamonds, colorless is the way to go. We don't want color, we want it to be clean as a whistle. But when we're talking about color gemstones, the most important thing in the whole wide world is color. That's it. There's nothing more important than the color when you're talking about a colored stone. So you have just that, and then you have the same beauty in the Caydia. So I want to make sure you guys get in on this, and we're going to move on to some of these beautiful pieces in the rose gold, but I just want to make sure everybody gets to start their day with a little royalty in a stone that represents not only royalty, but also passion, fire, life, and confidence. You know, it's a power color. It's a power color. So get in on this one. Now, we're going to move into Another item that I'm excited about is coming up soon. But first, I want to get into some earrings because we've done a few rings. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to have some beautiful earrings. Now, the earrings that I'm going to show you first are in these rose gold because I told you there's some great rose gold pieces. This pair of earrings is, I would say, maybe for the one who just got their ears pierced for the first time. Maybe it's for a sweet 16. Maybe it's for someone's christening. Maybe it's for her bat mitzvah. Maybe it's for her graduation. Maybe it's, maybe it's for, anybody in your family who likes to wear hoops and likes to wear diamonds, but doesn't like to overdo anything. They want something that they can wear in the shower. They want something that they can wear every single day. And as long as you're in gold, you're good to go because you are. You are in gold, and we're going to put that, would you guys put that up on the screen for me? I want to be able to tell you all of the different details on this, but you are going to be able to have 14 karat rose gold. Thanks, guys. 14 karat rose gold. I mean, that in itself, forget the fact that you have the lab-grown diamonds, just the 14 karat rose gold in Huggy Hoops, done, sold, want them. But then we give you the 3rd carat of the round Caydia lab-grown diamonds. These are channel set, so there's no space in between them, right? They're like bound together in a channel setting. Beautiful design, only $423.20. You are saving over $100. How great is that? Let me measure. This should be about somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4. Yeah, so you're at about 1/2 inch on this. And listen, very subtle. Some people are like me, they like the big hoops that look like bangle bracelets on their ears. Other people like to wear really subtle, beautiful earrings that can be worn every day, that can be worn when you go to the gym, to the pool, to the beach, to the, to wherever it is that you go, to work, to meetings, to pick up the kids, to go to a party, whatever. Like, it literally is all over the spectrum, from anywhere from the subtle and simple things that you do to the more extravagant, decadent, and luxurious things that you might do in your life. Whatever that may be, they're always going to be appropriate. And when you're saving over $100, you can't go wrong. MadeShopping.com is the website. The number is 888-521-4367. You can scan that QR code and get them home. And remember something. When we're talking about lab-grown diamonds, they are created in a controlled environment. Okay, so when you have the same optical, chemical, and physical properties as a diamond, you know that you're in something that's going to test as a diamond. So that in itself is really spectacular. I'm going to just kind of tilt them so you can really see the sparkle and the scintillation on these. But also, I just want you guys to understand that when you're shopping for either mined or lab-grown diamonds, you're always going to be looking for the same 4 C's. You're always going to be looking for that clarity, for the color, for the carat weight, for the cuts. And you have everything in every one of these pieces, not to mention you have the gold. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but the gold pricing is phenomenal because right now, gold is up. Gold is a top commodity, and everyone, including financial advisors, my own dad is a financial advisor, everyone I have talked to in the trading, stock, money industry have all said, and I'm not giving you financial advice because that's not, just disclaimer, that's not my expertise, but I will tell you from all of my conversations with all of them, they're all saying, make sure you get gold, make sure you buy gold, make sure you don't let that pass you by. It's only getting more important to have gold, invest in gold. You hear it all the time because it's a commodity that has continued even through the pandemic, through the difficult times when we saw the stock markets going like this, like this, like this, like that. The most uncertain thing, right, is what we've seen in finance. But the one thing that is certain is that the stable, steady, secure numbers we have seen have been surrounding gold. And that's important to notate because, listen, it could go even further up from here. At $2,018 an ounce right now, it can only be a smart investment to have gold in your life. Not to mention, gold is going to last for the long haul. And when you combine it with that beautiful lab-grown diamonds, you just literally, you have an incredible win-win situation right here. 888-521-4367 is our phone number. 693-948 is the item number. Now, are we going to go to, oh boy, do we have, well, we have a couple rings here. Pick your poison. Which one, Mom? Let's do this first. Because this one is like the lead up. It's like the build, right? Okay, so we're gonna build up to this one. But this one I think is so phenomenal because when I saw it, true story, when I saw it, I thought that there were 3 rings, beautiful 3 rings, and that we stacked them for the display. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Which one should I put on? Oh, I guess I'll wear them all. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to wear them all because they are all one. Now, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but there is a designer that looks very similar to this, by the way. This looks like a designer ring in gold. This is 14 karat rose gold, and that alone is worth $519 and change, no doubt about it. But that's not your ring, that's just the back. That's just the back of the ring, because the actual piece de resistance is on the front. It's where you see the sprinkling of these lab-grown diamonds. Again, colorless diamonds, incredible quality. You have, oh, I don't know, 12 round brilliant cuts, taking us to about 36 points total. No, actually, I'm wrong about that. It's more than that, I think. Let's see. Thank you. It's actually, interesting, 46 stones. I thought that seemed a little odd that it was just a few. Yeah, no, it's 46 stones. You have the round brilliant, you have more round brilliants, you have more round brilliants, and you get all the way to 46 stones, and you are paying $519.20. And by the way, the design reminds me of the ocean. Just saying. I mean, everybody has, like, you know, like, have you ever looked at the clouds and you, like, find pictures? Like, oh, that one looks like a bear. Oh, that cloud looks like a rabbit. This, you know, like, you find things, right? Or that cloud looks like a big heart. I love to find things in the cloud. I do the same thing with jewelry. I find pictures in the jewelry. When I see this, it looks like waves, like ocean waves, like when the waves crash on the shore and they go, psh, and you see like all the beautiful waves, like you see all that water, that white, clear water, so pretty. I wish, I'm taking that back. I wish the water was that white and clear. Seriously, have you been down the shore? I mean, the water is never that white and clear. I wish it was, but this is like my ideal ocean look. The ideal ocean look. It's beautiful. And you know, don't you love the fact that one row is basically all the gold, all metal. One row is basically only the beauty of those gorgeous Caydia lab-grown diamonds. And one, it's a little sprinkling of both. It's a beautiful piece. Now, the item number on this is 798794. 798794. And by the way, this 3-row design is so beautiful, so on trend, never going out of style. And it is saving you almost $130 today. And I do want to just show you very, very quickly so you can see how it's made. Look how beautifully it's made. Isn't that gorgeous? So it literally, doesn't it look like you have 3 separate rings on and you layered and stacked? So almost think of it like you just got 3 rings for the price of one, and a very low price at that, when you're saving almost $130 and now you are at $519.20. 798794. 798794. But that was the lead up. It's a beautiful look. It's that wave kind of curve. See what I'm doing? Like, it's a wave, right? But wait. Oh, I just waved in a new friend. Hello. Hi there. Do you remember Welcome Back, Kotter? I love reruns of like older shows. I absolutely live for those shows. And Welcome Back, Kotter is where I fell in love with Vinnie Barbarino. And I love when Washington says, hi there. Anyway, hi there, ring. This one is such a fun design because it looks like X's, like big kisses, right? An X, like XX, right? And then in the middle, you've got, it looks like a Super Bowl ring, because it looks like, what would that be? X1X. What is that in Roman numerals? Somebody help me. That would be like 21? No, 10. I don't know. Is it 29? Oh, well, somebody tell us. Write in and let us know. We're not very good with Roman numerals around here, but we are good with numbers. And when I say we're good with numbers, it's because we just saved you almost $184 tonight. $735 is the total. Why is this special? All joking aside, this is a monster of a piece, because it literally looks like you just kind of drop. You know when like you like drape, when you have clothes, like you put certain clothes on, you kind of drape them, or like when you take a beautiful throw on a couch and you just drape it over the couch. This is like you draped your finger with all this beautiful, stunning diamonds. I mean, you're looking at Caydia lab-grown diamonds. Again, the superior quality, the superior designs. the colorless diamonds, the best clarity. We're looking at a minimum of VS1 clarity, which is very slightly included, meaning they're clean diamonds, right? You can see all the fire and the brilliance. But then you have this design that is just so wild and fun. And it literally, it looks like it just draped onto your finger. And then, once again, can we just talk about that gold? That is 14 karat rose gold. And the 14 karat rose gold deserves a much higher price tag. It's almost like we're not charging you for the gold. It's bizarre. It's like we're just charging you for these gorgeous diamonds. I mean, and these are lab grown diamonds. So what does that mean? And I often like to tell the story that I first heard when I first learned about lab grown gems. I thought, you know, wait, what makes them so different than diamonds? What makes them as good, if not better? I didn't understand. This was many, many years ago when I first got into the industry. And I was kind of taught an analogy that I thought was so interesting. And it was about a flower. And I'm sure you've heard it before from other people because it's kind of become a story that so many of us tell to really kind of paint the picture of what it means to have lab-grown diamonds. Now, again, you're in an exceptional brand because you're Charles Colvard, 30 years now, basically revolutionized being able to do this. But the Caydia brand is not only going to be meticulously set and beautifully designed and absolutely everything you could possibly want, but when you're talking about lab grown, and this is the scientific aspect of it, which I said earlier in the show, it will test as a diamond, meaning the properties are the same. So optically, physically, chemically, the same exact thing as a diamond. The difference is the diamond is mined. The ring that you're seeing right here with all these beautiful lab-grown diamonds, that was made. They were made. These stones were made to perfection and carefully made in a controlled environment with cutting-edge technology. So what is the analogy? When you buy flowers versus, let's say you go to a greenhouse and you see everybody in the greenhouse with all of their, you know, with all of their aprons on, and they have all their little tools, and they're taking good care of these beautiful flowers in this controlled environment, and everything is being sprayed, and everything they just are being taken care of. They're being nurtured. They're getting the TLC. They're growing the same way with the same properties as the flowers that are growing in the ground. But let me ask you this. If you ever picked flowers from the ground versus when you've bought your flowers from a controlled environment like a greenhouse, have you noticed which ones last longer? Have you noticed which ones aren't as wilted? Have you noticed which ones have the bright, most vibrant color and blossom so beautifully in these beautiful, perfect shapes and last so long? Those will be the ones from the greenhouse, right? Not to say that picking a flower from the ground, a beautiful rose is a beautiful rose. Rose is a rose is a rose, right? But when you go into a controlled environment, it's been nurtured. So it's going to be as clean and bright and blossomed, as beautiful as you can get it. Just like the lab-grown diamonds, just like your lab-grown rubies. You're going to see them at their best because they've been given that TLC in that controlled environment. Does that make sense? If you have any questions, please always feel free to ask us. We'd love to hear from you. And I do want to say also that, you know, when you go onto our website, there's an opportunity for you to also do some homework, because if you go to madeshopping.com, not only to shop, but there's also resources there with information about what we have. So you can really get a knowledge and an understanding. And I think that's really important when you shop. And a piece like this is not only going to give you the luxury of gorgeous rose gold, 14 karat rose gold, but it's going to have those decadent lab-grown diamonds that are just going to adorn the entire ring and give it such a beautiful presence on the finger. I cannot tell you enough how much I love this. Obviously, I've been talking about it for quite some time. It's a really special piece. And if you want to be able to purchase a lot of these pieces, but you can't pay all at once, I understand. Believe me, I do. I have to budget myself just as much as anybody else. And I will definitely tell you that the way to do that is we're going to give you a chance to do it right here. I'm going to show you at the bottom of the screen. The way to do it is when you go to check out from your cart. So like you pick this up, you're like, okay, this is what I want. How do I pay in installments rather than all at once? You do something called Shop Pay. And when you see at the bottom of your screen, when you go to check out, you will have the option to do Shop Pay, and you'll be able to break down those payments. And I hope that helps so many of you that might be saying, I wish I could, but I can't right now. This may be the way that you can. $183 savings, almost $200. Total price $735 for this glorious piece. Again, 120 beautifully set stones. You're at 1 1/5 carats in total, and that's about 1.20 carat, just to be clear. And you're at the item number 800365. Now, we have less than a half hour. We're more than halfway through our show, so I want to make sure that you get everything you want. So we're going to do a couple more pieces with these beautiful lab-grown rubies, because I'm in awe of the color. I honestly am. And there's a lot of pieces that I love in rubies that I've seen over the years, and some just really, they're just very striking to me. I'm going to bring out a couple pieces that I want to share with you before the night is over. So we're going to get busy, do it. Let's do it. This is the one I want to show you now. And I'm going to tell you the reason I chose this to show you right this moment is because I feel like it's just a wintry beauty that also suddenly will become your favorite spring ring, if that makes sense. So it's like a winter beauty, because it almost looks like, it just reminds me of the holidays. It reminds me of Valentine's Day, which is on its way. It reminds me of like the snow and the crystal. It's got everything. But then when the flowers start to bloom and the spring starts to show up, and just believe me, it'll come before you know it, just a couple months away, this will be your spring ring too. I mean, there's just it's almost like a candy cane of beauty. It's just so incredible. Now, do you notice the combination of the cuts? Do you see how gorgeous? You have so much beauty in this piece, and you can't even imagine how much I love the fact that it is so different and so unique. And a lot of that is because you have the combination of the pear cuts in all these different sizes. So what you're looking at are about 22 pairs, taking us to about, they're about 18 points each. So you're at almost 4 carats just in the pear cut rubies. Then you have another about 9 points each, I would say, of 10 more beautiful pear brilliant cuts. And by the way, having all of those lab-grown diamonds sprinkled in between the lab-grown rubies shows you the contrast of what it's all about. It gives you a chance, sorry about that, I was just holding it because I was so busy staring at the ring, I didn't even think to put it on. Haha. The thing that makes it special is that you have this glorious contrast to really allow you to recognize the vibrancy and the power of the color in a lab-grown ruby that we bring you. And listen, I can't speak for other places. All I can say is I have seen and sold many a lab-grown ruby in my time, but never have I ever seen them at this vibrant of a color. Certainly not for a price of under $1,500. When you are putting them next to, I mean, let's face it, you're putting them next to almost a full carat of beautiful, fancy cut lab-grown diamonds. The Caydia lab-grown diamonds, I'm telling you, I mean, all you have to do is take a look. You can see. Take a look at the screen, and it's no secret how spectacular they are, how special they are, how sparkling they are, how clean they are, how much vibrancy and power and beauty. The color of those rubies is everything. And your lab-grown diamonds, again, being tested as diamonds means that they're going to be everything you want. They're going to be hard stones. They're going to be durable stones. They're going to be clean stones. And they're going to be optically, physically, and chemically everything that you see, love, and want in a diamond. And that's what makes them different than all the other things that you see out there when you're talking about, you know, listen, I've seen many, many rubies in my day, like I said, and there are some that I'm just like, really? Really? This is what you want. Red is a powerhouse color. We know that, right? We know red is a power color. We know people love the color red because it is a color of confidence. It is a color of power. It is a color of passion. It is a color of life. It is a color of royalty. It has all of those incredible characteristics. But in the ruby particularly, the thing that makes it so special is it is deemed as the king of the gems. It is July's birthstone. It is one of, really, when you think about luxury, quality, and royalty, immediately you think ruby. And it's interesting because there are no other gemstones that we define by their name insofar as color. So in other words, what I'm saying is you very rarely will say, oh, I would love to go and buy myself a diamond colored diamond. The heck does that mean, right? What are you even talking about? Oh, I would love to go buy the color of emerald. No, there's emerald green, there's ruby red, right? The ruby is literally used as a definition for the most vibrant red colors. Very few, I'm telling you. Emerald, maybe, what else? Maybe coral, that might be one of the few. I would say coral, turquoise maybe, and yeah, coral, turquoise, emerald, and ruby are really the only gemstones in the world that I think we use as colors to describe colors, like real color, you know? And when you close your eyes and you say, I want to think of ruby red, I mean, hello, glass slippers, there's no place like home, okay? When we think of ruby red, what do you think of? I think of Dorothy, personally, okay? I think of clicking heels. That's just what I think. Everybody may have their own take on this, but ruby red to me has a connotation of there's no place like home. Ruby red to me is the first movie I ever saw. Ruby red, right? So when you think of ruby red, it elicits all these feelings and this nostalgic feeling because it's a descriptive gemstone because of that color, right? But not all ruby looks like that. When I think of ruby red, that is what I want to see. And I know you guys feel the same. I know you understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get there, but I got there. You know what I'm saying. You got my point. And I think also the sprinkling of the contrasting color is really what makes this a standout piece as well. And I will tell you, it does have a lot of real estate on the hand. There's a lot of presence here. 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. And what I like about this is that you can frame it with a subtle, beautiful bangle, or you could also frame it with a tennis bracelet, right? So you can do either or. Which one would you like to do first? Do we have a favorite, or do we love them equally? We can't pick favorites here. They're both so good. Oh my goodness, you can't make me make decisions. Here, we'll do this one first. We'll do the one I'm wearing first because it is so different. And it is a really interesting bangle because it's a curved bangle. And a curved bangle is always going to have a little bit more of a, it actually looks like it has a lot of movement just because of the way that it's made. But to me, it looks like a smile with red lipstick. Hey, hi, how you doing? Again, I'm talking to my jewelry. Hi. It's very strange. That's what happens when you live alone. If you live alone for too long, you start talking to your jewelry. You start to talk to inanimate objects, and it's very strange. Listen, that's better than Alexa. Don't talk to Alexa because she finds out way too much, apparently, from what I've understood. I'll leave that there. We will not discuss electronics in this day and age. But no, in all seriousness, look at the subtle style, but look at the presence and the power of the design. And then again, that contrast as those stones are sandwiched between those Caydia lab-grown diamonds. White, bright, and beautiful, colorless diamonds. I mean, come on. Colorless diamonds anywhere else. If you're going to go get colorless diamonds and you're going to be talking about, I don't know, about what? Like a half carat? Almost a half carat? And actually more, right? You're actually at let's see. I can't do my addition in my head right now. I think you're at about, well, 7/8 of a would be, I can't do fractions, guys. I need help. My math is not my special skill. Okay, so let's think about 13 points plus 36 points would be 13 and 36, about 9, about 49. Yeah, it's about half a carat. It's about half a carat of your beautiful, gorgeous, white, bright, clean, lab-grown diamonds. And then in the center, you have all of those beautiful lab-grown rubies, which, by the way, take us to just about 26 points. So you're actually at about, you're about 26 points. You're a little over a quarter carat there. And you have these beautiful designs that I think are so spectacular. And then you also have, and I just put it on so I took off the safety, but you also have that nice insertion clasp with a safety. So you click that safety, And now it's on nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. And you have all that beautiful 14 karat white gold. I will tell you this, bracelets tend to be more expensive than most items because they're a heavier weight, because of the intricacy of the design process and the setting, because of the clasp being an upgrade as it is, and again, a heavier metal. So you have 14 karat white gold, and there's a whole lot of it. And so when you're getting a discount and saving over $500, I love that. I mean, there's so few things in life that you can go buy that you really want, and somebody says, all right, I'll give you $500 off. I mean, maybe 5, maybe 50, but 500? No, not really. How about 511? Let's make it even better. 511.80, that's what you're getting. That's your savings, guys. That is your savings. This should be $25.50. It's $2,047 today and 20 cents. That's amazing. 800-937. Make sure you get it home with that ring. That ring, just to remind you, is going to be 100696. 100696 is the ring. The bracelet 800-937. And you know what? Let's go to 18 because I really want everybody to have a chance. Oh, sorry, I want everybody to have a chance to also have the tennis bracelet. So you look at the bangle, and by the way, one of the things I also love is that it's super secure on your wrist, but you can actually double down. If you say to yourself, well, I really love it, but I also want to wear it with my tennis bracelet. Sure, why not? Listen, there are no rules in jewelry. I always say the best rule is just keep it classy and keep it sassy. If you can do both of those two things, that rule is the best rule. Otherwise, no rules. Who needs them? There's enough rules in life. We don't need those. But here's what I do think we do need. We do need tennis bracelets. And I'm going to tell you now, this is so secure. This is so secure. And I am on live TV, so and I have to have my hands really close up, so I can't afford to even take a chance of even a little chip in a nail, so I have to be extra cautious. But that gives you an indication of just how secure this is. I want you to see that you have the double safety on this. Double safety. So what I was doing here was just clasping it, and there you go. But you'll obviously click on that and open. Now, I want you to look at each and every single one of these perfectly matched beauties. And I just want you to take a moment to really relish the design, the style, the contrast. Look, I mean, if you could bite into this bracelet, I think it would taste like peppermint. I'm just saying. I mean, please don't. Please don't say that crazy girl with that Jersey accent on TV just told me to eat my bracelet. Please don't eat your bracelet. I'm just saying, you get my point. It looks like peppermint. It's so, friends, think about this for a second. 18 karat white gold. here's what I want to do, because I really want it to have its moment in the spotlight, and I don't even want anything else to get in its way. I really want it to be a standout moment for this piece, because it really is that phenomenal. I want you to just see, look at that. As I move it around, I just want to do this for you just for a second, because I really want you to see the color. Look at that color. I'm creating my own wheel. I'm creating my own fake turntable. But I wanted to move it so you could really see the scintillate. Do you see that? Now, do you see the emergence of colors even in the white? Colorless diamonds are bringing out an emergence of rainbow. What does that mean? That's the brilliance and the fire and the dispersion that we dream of in diamonds, dream of. And when you have 5.5 carats of those beautiful stones, and then you have another 5.5 carats in those lab-grown rubies, you have a true dream that has come true. I mean, that's what it's all about. And you can see also a beautiful smooth finish on the undergallery, so it's comfortable to wear. And my advice on this one would be, if you could pair it up with this ring that we have. This ring is the perfect offset match to give it that masterpiece style. Now, maybe you're saying, you know what, I love that bracelet, but I know somebody else who would love that ring, and I don't want to buy both for somebody, but I'll buy one for me and give one to someone else, and then that way it could be like almost like a special piece that you each have that you have to to kind of commemorate your love for each other. Here's the thing. You are saving, and this is told you the emerald step cut is going to be the unforgiving cut. I've said it every time I talk about them. They are unforgiving. They cannot be anything but cut to perfection to be able to masterfully show you what they're capable of. And what they are capable of is everything you are seeing right now. It's like the Hall of Mirrors. Look at this. It's almost like hypnotizing. Look at that. It's like you're do you see what I'm like when I roll my hand like this? Do you see how you almost feel like you're hypnotized? Is that wild? Like, are my eyes deceiving me? What is happening? That's because it's so beautifully, perfectly cut. That's what the step cut is all about. Look at that. You can see as I just ever so slightly that, oh my goodness. The room of many mirrors. Look at that. Look at those step cuts. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is special. This is a special, special piece. Do yourself and someone you love a huge favor and buy this ring. And then just when you think, I could use a little royalty and color in my life, bam, done. Ooh, that was easy. That was really easy. Just like the spin of a wheel. Simple, simple, simple. And you can wear that, of course, with your new tennis bracelet, or you can wear it with that beautiful wave design bangle. I mean, listen, you can't go wrong with any of the pieces we've shown you insofar as being able to sort of splice it up and spice it up. Be able to share and mix and match and show different pieces together. If you are born in July, you absolutely must get something in this show. And you must find yourself a way to own the beauty of ruby all the way around in a bangle, but it's that flex bangle. So it's got a little bit of movement. It's not that hard bangle that hurts your wrist and that you bang into, right? It's soft. It's not going to make noise when you hit the table. It's silent. It's silent and sturdy and special. You have 76 stones. That's almost 2 and 3, actually over 2 1/4 carats. And you have the inline clasp along with a discount today of over $550. My friends, this has been a spectacular hour. I would love for you to be able to get 2 1/4 carats of these beautiful round Caydia lab-grown diamonds. I'd love to have you get it in 14-karat rose gold, and I'd love for you to continue to join us on Made Shopping so that you can shop for the things that are made just for you. So you could have royalty, luxury, and beauty all at once. I hope you continue to stay brilliant, be happy, be healthy, wear all of your jewelry in the best of health, and enjoy each and every one of these pieces for eternity. It has been a pleasure to share the time with you. I'll see you next time.
Until they grew and crystallized on seed crystals as a synthetic diamond. It was quite a breakthrough. But it was used mainly for industrial applications like drills and saws and surgical equipment. And then some time passes. A lot of time, actually. Until we come to the 21st century, when a new method for creating diamonds would change everything. Known as chemical vapor deposition, it used a heated mixture of methane and hydrogen to produce a gem-quality synthetic diamond. They were cut and polished in the same manner, and the clarity was identical. And so, it was official. We could now grow, in the strictest sense of the word, a diamond. A diamond that shared the same properties as one occurring in nature. But wait, our story doesn't end here. There are probably a few more facts you don't know. Like what, you ask? Since lab diamonds are grown in a completely controlled environment, there is no dirt or other elements to diminish the quality or purity. And unlike mined diamonds, their origins are guaranteed. They are conflict-free. Oh yeah, and the best part? Lab-grown diamonds are also less expensive. And so, here we are, looking up at a new way forward, a new direction that can be accessible, beautiful, and conscientious all at once. Fine jewelry is being redefined right in front of our eyes, and it's more accessible than ever.
Okay, if you want to shine bright like a diamond and you want to have the beauty of emeralds, this is the show for you. Welcome into Made Shopping, everybody. I'm Nikki Stanzione, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you to be able to share the exceptional luxury that we call lab-grown diamonds because of 782. Write it down. 818-782. It's coming up a little later in the show. I would hate for you to miss it. If you love eternity bands and you love the idea of wearing a new wedding band and something that gives you a little bit of something different